Welcome to the show. This beautiful, beautiful Tuesday night here in Gardena, California. My name is Ed Rodriguez, and we are here live for you beautiful, beautiful souls. If you are watching on youtube.com/Riot Squadcast, thank you for being here with us. We appreciate you guys. Go ahead and Twitter the links, that like button, Twitter the links, the share button. We'd appreciate you guys doing that, sir. And always staring eye to eye, making that sweet, sweet eye contact, is my man, my best friend, Chris Zero Cold Sucker. What is happening, my good man? Wait for it.
I'm so tired.
There we go.
It's not funny. It's not. It's not enjoyable. But that's
put that shit on a t-shirt.
Yeah, I'm so tired. Always tired.
Always tired. We got the stickers made, George.
Yeah, George, I need a cleaner version of that, George. Let me get a thinner faced version of that. I will send you a picture that you can work from.
That was like 6 months ago, guy. Chris.
Yeah, that's a solid. That's a solid.
That's 40 pounds ago, Chris.
That's a four stack ago. That's like what we like to call it. No, I'm good, man. I'm still alive. I can't complain. Everything's I could, but it wouldn't accomplish anything. I'm okay. Everything's good. And you know what? I'm doing okay. I'm tired. Yeah. But I'm tired because I'm doing things.
Yeah.
And
I'm moving.
You're
grinding.
I'm living. I'm alive. And my heart is pumping.
Smoking on people's packs.
My legs are just my
whatever
own
that means.
You
explain off mic.
Yeah, I'm not trying to get in trouble. I know what it means now, and I'm not trying to get in trouble with fucking anyone who would be interested in any of that. But yeah, man, I'm alive and well, and
we're smoking fools here on
Tuesday
nights.
Here, man. We smoking that 241 Zero Cool Pack ready all day. Now I'm up.
Let's do it, baby.
Yeah, it's been a week and a half, bro. But we're coming to the end. We're crawling to the end, step at a time, and keeping the fitness going, keeping moving. This is where the problem really lies. I get really shitty sleep. And I don't get a lot of hours of sleep because I do homework late into the night. And Damien's waking up as we're getting closer to the As we're getting closer to the summer solstice, his sleep pattern starts getting a little screwed up because the clocks are changing, sun patterns and all that shit. Yeah,
sure.
But like he's on a regular schedule, and as we move later in the year, like that, it just starts to get screwed up a little bit with the hours. So I'm getting less sleep, and then when I would normally sleep during the day when he would nap, I'm working out. And so like I just don't sleep. I just sleep less. I just get like 4.5 hours of sleep most days of the week.
That's all going to change in like 2 weeks, man.
I don't believe that's true.
I think it's going to...
I keep hearing it's true.
So I don't know if you guys know. I mean, we've talked about it for the last 2 years now.
Oh, I look good right now. Which camera am I looking at? Where is that? Is that right?
Both Christopher and myself will be graduating from Long Beach City College in 2 weeks. So it's a big relief. I know Chris is ready to be like done with schoolwork, and me too. And then I get
a nice little break.
I started right back over in like 4 weeks.
It doesn't really stop. It's just fucking. We keep this train going, baby.
Let's do it. Keep that grind train going.
I don't know how to say that person's name in the live chat, but yes, indeed, I am wearing a G2 kit.
Privet Peep Show. I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Private
Peep Show. That's clever. Sorry, we're tired.
Yeah, this is gonna be a great show for you guys.
No, give me a second. I'm gonna pick it up. I'm gonna.
Come on, we're gonna smoke the show. We're gonna smoke the show's pack.
You're using it too much.
Am I diluting it too much?
This is how you get in trouble. Right. It's like 3 times. You're getting into the Josh drop region.
Okay. It's like I can only get one time, like on my birthday.
Yeah, I'm just. Your anniversary every other year. Every other year. Yeah, man. I'm just tired.
Yeah, man.
It's okay.
And then we have our very, very special, very great and gracious host.
My man.
Producer Ben is here with us right now.
Whole show tonight.
Whole show. You can stay with us. Oh.
Yep.
Big Dick Benny.
Now the show's... I was joking before. This is going to be a great show. Now it's going to be a great show. It's honestly going to be a great show now.
We'll see.
I certainly have nothing more to add just because Ben's here.
We're gonna have sound drops, which is already makes the show 1,000 times better. So that makes it that much more special.
Maybe some different camera angles here and there,
Just make sure to get them high.
Always.
Just high.
Yeah.
So
People are digging the
I'll
G2
put one,
kit. I like that.
up here, so it's
You
looking
got to get
down.
the angles, man. It's
I
just
feel
how
you.
it's how the Facebook people did it, so you don't show the jowls. That's what the terrible beard is for.
The undercoat.
It's so just so you don't.
I look at mine like 7 times a day, as if it's going away via each exercise. It does not. It just stays for fucking ever.
Do you remember back in the day, like 15 years ago, like Viva La Bam was a big thing? Bam Margera.
It's so funny you mentioned that. I opened Twitter today and saw Bam Margera's name, and I was like, why the fuck
Oh, that dude's doing
is someone
bad.
Yeah, apparently it's
Bad.
Well, Steve O is judging him for like. If Steve O is judging him for
you
drug
know
use-
some shit's wrong.
Yeah.
No, I hope that dude gets help, man. That dude's been on the spiral for a while. But no, because I was watching like an old rerun of his show, and just like his uncle that he had on the show, Don Vito,
That guy's
and
dead,
then it's just literally jowls. So that's why I was thinking of that when I say the word jowls.
Yeah, that guy was in. He was, he needed to make some lifestyle choices. I don't want to laugh, but he needed to make some changes in his life a lot earlier. But it seemed like it worked out for him.
Yeah.
He enjoyed the time he was here.
Yeah. R.I.P. Don Vito.
There's a title.
No, not already.
Bam Margera's coming for you.
Oh man. Oh yeah. Please don't. That dude is on something. Yeah. Anything else before we get into the show, guys? There's a lot of Galaxy talk we gotta get through today.
How's your week been? Can you give us?
Yeah. Give us
what's going on
can
with
you give
you?
us a little update? Give the people a little update.
Week's all right, man. I mean, it was actually a good week. As most of you know, my wife's fighting cancer, and it was a good week. She had a lot of energy this week. We didn't get any bad news with the doctor's appointments, which is it's a bonus this time around.
Absolutely.
So things are going all right.
Right on.
Yeah.
Love
it's
to
a
hear it,
good week.
man. Love to hear it.
Yeah, I went back to work though, so that's the only
That's
that's the only downside
Yeah.
of things, man.
I couldn't get in contact with Ben this whole last 3 days.
How terrible for you.
When I want to talk to Ben, he's not there. And then when he's wants to talk to me, I'm like, ugh, gotta talk to this dude again.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, I saw it. I saw your text. I'm like, all right, let me call Ed in a minute. And I think when I got your text, I may have been napping. I'm not exactly sure.
Oh, you know what? If
But-
you're napping,
You respect a
I
man.
respect the nap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Certainly someone who works as hard as you've been.
Oh yeah.
Deserve a nap.
Yeah. I love, respect, but now it's okay. It's okay.
Ed apologizes.
I apologize to you for interrupting your nap.
How dare you?
You know what? I'll take the licks on that one, man. That's on me.
You
That's on me.
got to issue a statement with an apology tomorrow.
Yeah, I will do that.
Me and my respect my family's privacy at this time.
I'll be out as long as Ben is out.
Right into that, huh?
As long as Ben is out, that's when as long as I'll
There
take
you When Ben has
days out.
time to respond to my call, that is when I will call somebody again.
yeah, that's when I'll respectfully call people again, and
It's only right.
yeah,
It's only fair.
and I just want to apologize to Stu, to all the people who have
Taylor.
I've tried to call in the past, and maybe interrupted a dinner or something. I apologize because that's not who I am.
Yeah.
It's not my character.
Yeah.
And so
And those who know you, Ed.
those who know
that-
me,
Yeah, they know
those who
that's
know
not
me
the real
understand
you.
that I don't call and text
during supper.
during supper or naps or try to interrupt people on purpose. That's not me.
Is there a difference between supper and dinner?
No, it's just
It's just a different
colloquial.
name. Okay.
It's like pop and soda, same thing.
I don't know anyone who says
Actually,
pop.
it's not
Is
true.
there a difference between pop and soda?
No, there's a difference between dinner and supper. If you use the term supper, usually dinner is used for the lunch for an earlier meal, like a lunchtime meal.
Supper
Isn't that
or
lunch?
dinner?
If it's a lunchtime meal, it's lunch.
Yes, but if you're using the term supper to mean dinner time,
But if it
chances
means
are
dinner
you're in a place of the world that uses dinner
instead of
instead of like a lunchtime.
hold on.
Yeah,
Hold on.
no, I'm
hold
that
on.
now.
Yeah,
If I'm in
wait,
a place,
it's-
hold on.
yeah.
If I'm in a place that uses supper
Yeah.
for your evening meal, your
Yes.
later evening meal, then in that place they would use dinner
Chances
instead
are
of
they
lunch.
would use dinner instead
Okay.
of lunch.
I don't want to go to that place.
No.
I wouldn't.
It would be really confusing. I have breakfast, dinner, and then supper.
Yeah, no, that doesn't make no sense to
Even
me.
if it's the same meal, it
I
just
feel
has
like
a
Ben's
different name.
wrong, and I'll let people
But hey,
judge him
yeah,
on that.
let the live chat. I mean, just give it like a couple seconds for the live chat to catch up.
Yeah, I'll let people judge Ben on that because I don't think that's right. But Ben's been to a lot more places than I have, so
That's true. Yeah, I don't know if he's been to lovely Ohio.
maybe that's how they call it a NAM. They're like, yeah, they call it supper.
They call it
Like, look how damn they have a Texas accent.
Yeah, man.
everyone in Vietnam is.
Bang bang cowboy.
I don't know, man. I'm not getting in trouble for that.
That's,
This would be a good moment for you to.
that's at Zero Cool 138.
Nah, fuck that, B. This would be a good moment for you to remind everyone you speak for.
You do it better than me. We
no,
do not
this one's
speak
yours.
for we speak for ourselves. Our opinions are our own.
Bing, bing, cowboy.
Bang bang cowboy. We don't represent anybody but ourselves. So if you want to get mad, and
What is that? Is that something you're gonna get canceled for?
no, I just said bang bang cowboy.
What does that mean?
Nothing.
I don't know. That's what.
It just means bang bang cowboy.
This is the
Like,
problem when this is where America's at, right? It's not getting into this thing. We're to the point where like if you're confused by something, I'm like, I don't know, people are gonna get mad at it. It just sounds like something someone would get mad at for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't talk to me. That's all. I don't have time. Don't talk to me. That's all I'm saying.
You could always just at DT Radio ban.
Cute on Ben.
The Vietnamese Cowboys are pissed off right now, right?
Ben don't give a fuck.
Look,
Stop talking, Ben. This is bad time because Ben don't care, and Ben will get it. He'll talk himself straight into trouble and just be like, I don't give a fuck, man. I'll double bird everybody on my way out. Don't give it. Who the fuck are you? You know what I got going on? Don't give a shit about you. Oh, you gonna cry? You gonna cry? Like Ben, leave Ben alone. Okay.
Ben's not in his feelings right now. Like he's not gonna catch a feeling.
Yeah.
He's gonna be okay to tell you to fuck off and
Yeah.
and be okay with that. So don't come at us. Are there birds in the background?
It's just whatever's on the screensaver. I don't know. The TV was
okay.
on when I got in here.
Cool, man. All right, let's get into it, man. We got some Galaxy news.
Bang bang cowboy.
Bang bang cowboy. Bang bang Leggett is gone. He will not be here. He's off with the U.S. national team. But your captain, Bang Bang JDS, is here. I'm gonna bury that one too.
It's okay.
Just gonna bury it right in the ground.
I just hope Ben gets a drop for next week of you going bang bang cowboy.
Bang bang cowboy. Jonathan DeSantis will be here for the San Jose game and then is leaving for the national team right after. So, you captain doing captain things, man.
That's a captain move.
Love it.
I gotta give him that.
Gotta love it. Because you saw Leggett was straight up like posing in mirrors and was like he bounced. He deuced. He was like, I'm out. I'll see you guys later.
That's his right. Get called up.
Also, in other Galaxy news, we have Brian Rowe officially calling it a career, hanging up the gloves. Love it. Brian Rowe was a really, really dope dude. He came to Lars' Christmas party.
Yeah. I always like Brian Rowe. I mean, not
My wife's a big fan.
Unsung hero, you could say. I mean, Tracer. I was gonna say he had a small collection of hardcore fans. He had Tracer, really. Tracer was big into him.
He had his people.
Yeah.
I mean, he was just.
I suppose.
He was in that period of unfortunate time where like we went through 17 different goalkeepers.
Really,
and they
quickly.
were all like very, very poor and terrible.
He had 56 starts, so he finished. Just a few more starts than Jaime Pinedo. Yeah, when we say this week's not going to be great, didn't look any of this up. Don't have any pre-stats.
I can give you.
Go for it.
Started his career with Ventura County Fusion in 2010 and 11. Then joined the MLS pool of goalkeepers in 2012, where he was loaned out to Toronto, Portland, us, and Philadelphia Union. And then was signed to the Galaxy in 2012 through 2017. Made 59 starts. Was loaned down to G2 for 8 games in 2014 to 2015. Then was traded to the Vancouver Whitecaps in 2018. Made 10 appearances. And in 2019 and 2020, made 36 appearances for Orlando City, that's where he finished out his career. Good on you, man. Wasn't always the best keeper. Was decent.
Mm-hmm. Would it surprise you to know he had 6 more wins than Jorge Campos?
Oh, then
isn't it crazy?
Why are we not building a shrine for him
But hey, come on. Those are your words.
And giving him
isn't that wild?
Pulling him in one of the best goalkeepers in
I didn't know.
Galaxy history.
I'm just again, your words. But I'm just looking at it. He had 56 starts. He is the 5th highest for wins for a goalkeeper.
Really?
It's crazy. But you have to think, we had Kevin Hartman for a really long time, Donovan Ricketts for a really long time. We actually had David Bingham for a really long time, Josh Saunders for a really long time. And of the cycle of keepers that we had relatively quickly, most of them didn't get to play enough to amass 21 wins or 25 wins. Yeah, it's interesting just to see that he ends up right around. I mean, he's 4 wins south of Jaime Pinedo.
So how many wins do we have under his belt with the Galaxy?
21.
21.
21 wins, yeah. 21 wins, 16 losses, and 21 ties.
So we basically won a third of his games.
Just about. Hey, he was fine.
Okay.
He was fine.
Yeah.
He cost nothing. And in a moment where we weren't tossing out a ton of money for a goalkeeper. He was an okay guy. It's good that he's moving on. He's not, falling down in the divisions too much. He's still relatively young. His body is probably in relatively good condition.
32.
Hopefully.
He'll be 33 at the end of the year. Still
He's
really
fucking
young.
younger than you and me, man.
Yeah.
Like
That's messed up.
if anyone. Oh, you haven't figured that math out yet?
No, I'm just saying it's weird that we're having players who are like younger than us now that are retiring.
Oh yeah.
Like that's a weird mindset to like.
I think it happens. It happens more often than you think. It's just you don't care about those guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't think his retiring was necessarily by choice.
You think he's just like?
I think he's
but he
like,
could always step down in division. He's a good.
Yeah,
He's a good
well,
goalkeeper.
that's I think that he realized that he could make more money doing something else than playing USL goalkeeper.
Good the fuck on you, man.
Yeah.
It's always. I like seeing an athlete who's able to walk away, who's It's slightly off topic.
The joke is like, oh, he'll go off and sell insurance. Like that's kind of like the MLS.
He might
MLS
be a
joke.
dentist. He might become a dental hygienist. That could be his move. Maybe he's getting into the real estate game. Money's cheap, Ed. I don't know if you know this. I don't know what that means, but I hear money's cheap in the market. Right, Ben? Money's cheap.
Yeah, money's very cheap.
Money's
right
very
now.
cheap
Well,
in the
look,
market.
he might have hit up like Everest and like during his playing
No,
time.
it's SNHU, baby.
SNHU. I couldn't remember which college it was. I couldn't remember, so I was like, oh yeah, I'll just throw out the one that I remember.
SNHU all day.
Yeah, I mean, he could have got his degree in accounting,
Yeah, but good on him, man. Good. Moving forward, on to bigger and better.
He could be working with Jack McBean now. Maybe
He's in real estate, right?
I don't know.
I think
he was in
last-
insurance.
I don't know. I thought he was in real estate. I would imagine he's in real estate.
McBean and Rowe sounds like a law firm.
That does.
That's a badass law firm.
Well, it's like you get in a car accident, you call McBean and Rowe.
Wait, McBean and Rose sounds like a
And then
PI team.
I can see the commercial, and Brian Rowe like makes a save. He's like, "We'll save you millions." I don't know.
Well, I don't. My brain went into like universe creation of what type of law they would do where they're saving me millions. Like what But I fell into like
law.
what scenario? It's got to be. It's the only thing Jack. That's what I was like. How is Jack McBean tied into this? It's real estate law. Okay.
I don't even know if that's a thing. Is that a thing? It's like I don't know.
Real estate law, yeah, it's a thing.
Okay.
It's a big thing.
Yeah.
Shut up, Ben. I don't know.
Fucking real estate law.
Moving on. Well, we want to say congrats to Brian Rowan on a career that many didn't think he would have.
He
this
played
far.
professional soccer in America, and he was never really that great.
Yeah.
He got to play in Los Angeles and Orlando. Like, come on, man.
Tucker, was he on a cup winning team? Like as a backup or anything?
He was with us
On the
2012 to 2017. So yes.
Oh yeah, he was on 2 cup teams then.
Yeah.
Okay.
A good. Won 2 cups. Got to play in Los Angeles with David Beckham and Robbie Keane and Landon Donovan. Oh, fucking good on you, man.
In his Wikipedia, it only says has the 2014. So maybe because he was loaned out in 2012.
Oh, he went somewhere else in 2012. Yeah, he went.
Well, he was an MLS goalkeeper, like in the pool. So maybe we got him in 2012.
He wouldn't have played enough.
He played nothing. He played no games.
Yeah, he wouldn't have played enough, and he went because he wasn't.
Hey, he got the one ring. He got the one ring.
Hey, you got 12 beat. You got Taylor. If he went on, what's important is if he got a job as an analyst on ESPN, he could treat Taylor Twellman like NBA on TNT treats Charles Barkley. Where at any argument,
I just
they're
didn't
just
see
like
him walk by and go right in his face.
just drag it across his fucking.
Hey, buddy. It just right in his face every time.
Please stop that. No.
Brian, you got to be. This is not professional. Stop.
Professional what? Champions?
This-
That
this
doesn't
is-
make sense. I don't care. It doesn't have to make sense. It's got a hell of a ring to it, doesn't it, Taylor?
I don't know, but I think if he smacks Taylor, it'd be like, oh, concussion, and then we got a whole thing.
I see him more as a human resources kind of guy.
Brian Rowe?
Taylor Twellman.
Oh, Taylor Twellman.
More of a complainer.
He's definitely a Karen.
Yeah. He's in that mold.
Yeah.
I think we call him Brett's. I think you're supposed to call him Brett.
Wasn't it like
Chad?
or Kevin's?
Kevin. apparently Kevin's a big thing now. Like now everyone's Kevin Kitchen
Hey,
again.
no offense to the Kevins that listen to the show.
Do you think we have a Kevin?
Oh yeah, we have a couple.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like I haven't interacted with a Kevin.
Yeah,
Fitzsimmons? No, he's got
better things
he's
to do.
He's
But
too much of a grown
we definitely have a
this.
Kevin. I remember last chat we had a Kevin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kevin certainly hasn't twiddly dinks that thumbs up button.
No, man, you guys are in here. There's at least 40 of you in here, so
Lacking.
twiddly dinks that like and that share button. We'd love to hear you guys. Let's get into the June 19th, Christopher. Full
Hold on,
capacity.
just real quick.
Well,
Travis
yeah.
in the live chat says Taylor wouldn't remember if he won the ring or not. Anyways,
It's terrible.
You're like Taylor, which year did you win? Green.
Green?
That's the color.
Purple.
Anyways, June 19th.
Juneteenth, baby.
June 19th. LA Galaxy announced that there will be full capacity at the Dignity Health Sports Park.
Everybody's coming out for Juneteenth Day.
Hey, man. Celebrate, baby.
I guess the Galaxy learned about Juneteenth last year, and now we're celebrating it every year. I like it.
Yeah.
Hey, America is growing and learning.
Yes.
We'll all do it together. It's a teachable moment. It's a teachable moment. It's Emancipation Day, by the way, if you guys are wondering. But good, good on it. It's going to be a full house, I would imagine.
I would assume that the first time that the stadium gets
Open for everyone.
open for everyone,
They can sell them their tickets.
everyone's going to come out 100%. I would even imagine they maybe have the overflow.
are they going to have the tailgates open though?
I'd imagine if they're having a full stadium, they'd open up the tailgating. That's going to be insane. That'll be like a home opener again.
And it's Seattle. That's a big game. Home game against Seattle. Full capacity.
What do you guys think? You guys,
Are you going?
if you had the opportunity, would you go?
Well, I will have the opportunity. I'm not going. I'm going to be I'm tired. I'm going to take a break.
I thought you were like, I'm gonna be very deep in Hawaii at that point.
No, that's somehow it's 2 games before we leave for Hawaii.
Okay.
So we're home against the Sounders, then we're away to the Whitecaps, and then we're away to we're at San Jose away, which I would have been interested in going in. But then we leave for Hawaii right after. No, I'm
that San Jose away game. I'm on a flight back from Ohio that day.
yeah, what a terrible place to be in exchange. But you don't have to be on a bus coming home from San Jose, which is a win because you've done that far too many times in your life
times.
at this point. Although I was talking to someone this week, and I'm still of the opinion it is a pilgrimage. I think every Galaxy supporter should make.
Yeah, we
Take the bus.
We preach that every year. That you should at least do the bus one time.
Get on board.
Yeah.
Do the bus
At least once.
to honor. And in my eyes, I'm an old man at this point. I got grays all over here. It's if for me, it's to honor the people who fucking had no
came
choice,
before you.
who had no choice but to oftentimes pull it together themselves to get a bus and to get their tickets together and ride and go away to San Jose and to deal with. I'm trying to talk. Ed's dying.
Sorry,
loudly.
the water went down the wrong way.
It's okay. You all right?
Yeah, I'm
You
good.
got it?
Yeah.
But yeah, if it's Paul, you sure? You want to get a drink of water?
No, that's what. No,
I don't know how to help you.
I don't know either. Just let me die.
Well, I don't want to do that. Yeah. But if it's something you get a chance to do, you should do. I won't be going. I'm all done on Galaxy games until we get back. But I'm in like hardcore calorie cutting mode right now.
Yeah, I think I'll be there this weekend for the San Jose game, and I think that's going to be the last one for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I'm down, dude. When it gets fully open, that's going to be a fucking party.
It'll be fun, man.
Yeah, like I said, I think it's going to be. It's
People
going to feel like.
vaccinated up.
It's going to feel like another home opener, because you actually get like the tailgating aspect of it. Like you'll have the full shebang. I think it's going to be.
Well, here's what's great.
Be dope.
A week after that, you get the 4th of July. You get to do it all over again. Like we're essentially getting multiple home openers.
Yeah.
One after another. Which is good. These are the games that help raise, spirits, especially if things are going okay and they're going pretty okay. It's always nice to have good energy in the stadium. 4th of July is a great energy, a great game for high energy. Home opener, great game for high energy. And now, as you say, the second home opener, the opening, the reopening.
Yeah.
Really, we're getting 3 pretty relatively close together, so it should be great for everyone else.
Yeah, man.
Wish
I love
could
it. Man.
go.
get out there. And then I also believe that you can actually they have the season tickets out there now again, so you can purchase your season tickets. So
All the way, yeah. I got an email. I got the most confused. I don't know if I might. This is one of those things. Any person who thinks that I think a lot of myself or I'm pompous, this is where you're incorrect. I don't know if I'm stupid or I can't read or I'm dyslexic or what. I got an email from the Galaxy about season ticket credits or season. I couldn't understand a word.
Yeah.
I didn't understand a word of it.
Yeah, I didn't.
Did you get this? Did you get where? Like,
I got the email where it's like, here's what's left on your season tickets, so you have to pay this amount for the next 3 games or something, or 3 months. Yeah, I
didn't even have mine. Mine was different. Mine was like made it seem like I'm good, but it still says I have a balance. I don't know. I did what. Luckily, I like to think I'm in I get to just reach out really quickly. I just sent a real quick email back and was like, hey, I'm too stupid to understand what you said. Could you say this in a way that I can understand? I'm not sleeping a great deal right now. Please help me.
Basically what it was is that, hey, this is what you spent of your credits, or if you spent any at all.
Yeah.
And then here's what the remaining balance would be for the rest of the games. So either you had enough to cover the games, or hey, you used some of your credits, so you got to start paying again for your season ticket. And here's what the balance will be, and here's the payments for the next 3 months.
So I didn't get anything that said I have a payment for X amount of months.
So then I think you're good then.
But I don't know, man. So they'll help me. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with asking for help, man.
Yeah, Hey, if you don't get it, I mean, it's your right as you're a paying customer.
This is what's
so
good.
Get with your ticket rep or whoever and have them explain it to you, because I'm sure they'll be able to shed some light on it for you.
This is what I'm enjoying about this stage of my life. I'm comfortable enough now to just be like, hey, man, I need an adult. Like, I need someone to help me. Who can help me understand this? I don't understand it. I'm sure I could understand it if I read it a couple more times. I don't have time for that. Like, please just explain it to me. Please don't use ticket rep speak. I've been out of that game too long. Don't use ticket rep speak. Like, just fucking, come on, man. Like, talk to me like I just smoked and then explain it to me. Like, just do that for me. That's
explain it to me like I'm an 8-year-old child.
Explain it to me like I've smoked marijuana for multiple years consistently. Like, just and that'll help. And you can explain it in season ticket talk to everyone else. Like, just help me out. Help me. Someone help me.
Please, someone help.
Someone
Tucker.
help me.
For a low price of
so
25
tired.
cents a day.
I'm so tired.
You can sponsor Chris Tucker in understanding his season tickets.
No, just the email. I just want to understand the email.
The eyes of the angel. Forget that. What's her name? Sarah McLachlan?
Sarah McLachlan?
McLachlan.
She's Scottish or something?
No, she's American, I think, right? Or possibly Canadian.
How do you come back and go, oh, first off, offended? No, she's American or something. I don't know.
She's one of those whites.
Yeah, she's a pale man. She's a White Walker. We're watching Game of Thrones again.
Yeah,
it's so good. When was the last time you watched that show? It's so fucking good. You just gotta stop at a certain point.
I saw at the end of the
Halifax, Nova Scotia. She wanted
Canadian. I called Canadian.
You call a lot of things.
I said possibly Canadian.
You came out with American.
And then I said possibly Canadian.
She's from Nova Scotia. Like, she's not. She's from the good part of Canada.
That's like proper Canadian.
That is white. That is Oregon white.
Yeah. All right, man. So hopefully we get out there in the full capacity and it's all good. And
is that what we were talking about?
Yes, that's what it is. You feel safe enough to go out there, even if still mask it up if you feel unsafe. And
how do we get to Sarah McLachlan?
Because we were sponsoring you to not understand your email.
I'm tired. Email. Got it.
Yeah. We got there. Let's talk some G2 news, Christopher. And I know you're ready to back your boys, but what a terrible weekend it was.
Why are you hating, Ed? That's all I'm saying is why you hating.
Look, I'm not hating. I'm appreciating the times we had in the beginning of the season where it was good times.
Wow.
Now's bad times.
Okay.
No, so the first game of the weekend we had was a 1-1 draw against Sporting Kansas City 2, coached by former Galaxy player Marcelo Zaragoza.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, good for him.
Very defensive team. Very well coached, I would say. Galaxy looked pretty bad. I would say in making it very easy terms to say, but couldn't break him down. It seemed very difficult to get any passing sequences together. Got a lucky break with the
Jorge Hernandez
deflection goal to keep him, his score and streak going. So, but other than that, man, not a good showing from the G2.
No, they didn't lose.
Which they didn't lose.
lose.
Which gave me a little hope going into the weekend.
Yeah.
Against Oakland, and man, that was the game to watch.
Into the Oakland game. Yeah, that was
the game to watch. 3-2. Unfortunately, a 3-2 loss to Oakland.
Our first meeting.
A first ever meeting. Losing in extra or not extra time in
stoppage
time in like the 91st minute.
Mm-hmm.
Back and forth game. It was actually a pretty fun game to watch. Very chippy. I would say the ref lost the handle of that game pretty early on. Really odd calls on the fouls for and some that should have been called and then weren't called, and getting chippy. And if you saw that game at the end of it, there was like an extra 10 minutes of extra time or stoppage time because fights breaking out and the boys having at it, getting at it. But again, defensively, bad showing. Offensively, just couldn't get it going. Another deflected goal for the second one.
Mm-hmm.
Good on Preston Judd though to get in that position to force
good goal
to force a deflection into the goal. And good on him.
Tight angle too.
Yeah, Axel Picasso getting his first for us with the cleaning up a shot from Augustine Williams that the goalkeeper parried, and Axel right there to clean it up and put in the net. Good showing from him. Augie again not doing himself favors since being signed to the first team.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly feel at this point Preston Judd is a guy who I'd rather see over Augustine Williams.
Sure, yeah. But that's the reason you can't be off the wagon for that. You're off G2 for that.
I'm off.
I'll be honest. I was expecting. Look, you know me. I was expecting some thunder.
I'm off the wagon because the last 3 games, I would say.
I thought he was gonna be like, "These fucking kids."
The first couple games, I was like, okay, it's early in the season. These guys still getting to know each other, and maybe that's still the case because
still very very early.
Because, every week, it's a different tandem up top. Either you get a Preston Judd starting, Augie Williams coming in half, or vice versa, and then you have for Candace, who wasn't at the Oakland game because he picked up a knock midweek against Kansas City. So you had it's just been a lineup that is changing game to game.
Yeah.
And I think that's hurting them now because you're seeing terrible possession, you're seeing terrible passing, you're seeing them not being able to connect with each other, not being able to hold on to the ball. It's gotten worse and worse since the beginning of the season.
Sure.
And I feel like it's too early to have peaked, like game 1, game 2.
Yeah.
And then just like it's gotten worse.
Yeah. I don't know. It's all, man. I'm gonna sound like a dick. I hate it. I can hear it ahead of but it's like you've made an argument for why you shouldn't be off the wagon. It's too early. If it's too early for them to have peaked, how is it enough time for you to judge?
No, it's
anywhere where this group is.
But being off the wagon it's more of like it's joking, but it's just like the first team where we said they were winning.
The best fucking team in the world.
4 games out of 5, we're like, oh, it's
shine the cups, baby, let's go.
No, we kept telling like, hey,
it's just
cautiously optimistic.
They were okay. They were slightly better than okay against slightly worse than okay teams. Even on the second team, like I look at the Oakland game. I thought the Kansas City game was pretty even, but the Oakland game, we were outshot. It's the second least possession we've had all season. The second least passing accuracy we've had all season. It was very confused. It looked disjointed, looked confused, even though both teams were in the game and it was a lot of shots, it was a lot of action. It was a fun game. It's an energetic game, but it just didn't look like a group in the way they looked like a group last year.
Yeah.
And so
or even in the beginning of the season.
Yeah. But even in the beginning of the season, like we had Owen Lamb who's playing right back. So a big, he's someone I'm paying attention to only because the question of where Mauricio Cuevas is keeps coming up. Owen Lamb, if it's a coach's decision, I'm under the opinion Owen Lamb must be better than, I would imagine, Mauricio Cuevas, or there's...
Who was at the game against Kansas City.
Who's around, who's still around.
There's actually a couple people who were at that game that was interesting.
Oh, we'll talk about some.
Yeah.
I got a little extra seasoning on top of that for you. But it was Owen Lamb's best game, the game against Oakland. I thought it was Lamb's best game at right back. If Cuevas isn't coming back, or I guess we're okay with the amount of information we have on where the shining jewel of our second team went. We're all done talking about it. If that's okay, then we need Lamb to be we need him to be able to carry. We need him to be good. Especially if we need to play Isaac Bawa, who would normally play right back if somebody was missing. Is playing center back because Furkranis is out, and we can't play Neal because Neal's out. Like the Oakland game, which I would put more emphasis on. We played a guy who plays left back and right back at center back. Galaxy 2 as a whole has played 6 games. You know how many other teams in the USL have played 6 games? None.
Most teams have played 2-3 games.
The only other teams that have played 5 games are other 2 teams or other MLS 2 teams. We've played twice as many games as a lot of other teams in our little pod, our little bubble, whatever it's called, our region, or a conference. It's not to say, look, when you've played as many games as we've played, and the distance is starting to grow from points, yes, it's concerning, but it's still not the goal of Galaxy 2 to win the USL Championship.
Yeah.
We want to win. Of course, I want every trophy.
We want the U11 trophies.
I want to win all of it, but I want to win MLS Cup, and I want to win the Open Cup, and I want to win the Supporter Shield. But
I want it
smart
all.
Guys like Bruce Arena was willing to sacrifice a Supporter Shield to win MLS Cup.
Yeah.
Because he's smarter.
He knows what the ultimate prize is.
He knows more than us.
With G2, the ultimate prize is not winning USL Championship.
Correct.
Yeah.
The ultimate prize for G2 is like Alex Picasso scored and played well. Owen Lamb played well.
Well, the goal for G2 was guys like, I don't know, Mircea Cuevas, who were like the best on the team, would probably move up to the first team. But, that's usually the goal.
Yeah.
But, who knows what's
even if you're looking at, hey, I can't view them quite in the same way I viewed them last year. It's like Jonathan Perez played with their team last year. He played most of the games with them last year. He's nowhere to be seen.
Yeah.
He's up on the first team.
I think he got I think he was in the first game.
He was first or second game. Yeah. Kai Koreniuk is back. Like he's working his way back into fame.
And probably the best player.
Doing very well so far. Like it's not Jorge Hernandez is probably the best, but it's not. It's a group of guys working their way back in, and a new crop of talented guys coming in and stepping in and starting regularly. It's more about Picasso playing every week. It's more about Jorge Hernandez playing every week. It's more about Kai Koreniuk getting back to where he was 2 years ago before we had to deal with 2020. It's more about getting Furkranis fit and playing well, Neal fit and playing well. This should have been the breakout year for Cuevas if he's not moving into the first team. But
I feel like we're a broken record, but it's like where can we get answers when it's saying, oh, it's a coach's decision?
This is why you gotta get a press pass.
Well, even our friend, you want to play it?
I'm gonna mute.
Waiting for it.
Josh.
He's asked the questions because he's there.
Yeah.
He's asked, what's the Cuevas thing, and that's where we got it's a coach's decision.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Why?
Like, what do you mean it's a coach's decision? He's clearly your best option at 2, if not 3 positions right now, especially with, people injured.
On that
out.
team, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. 2 for sure.
So what is the coach's decision?
And it's not, I don't expect them to tell me these things. I'm curious. I want to know. And I get that, say it's a contract issue, people talking about it doesn't make it easier on any side, I'm sure. But I don't know. I watched his games last year. I'm interested to know what happened. And even forget the contract thing. Like I watched every Galaxy 2 game last year. I want to know what happened to the best player on Galaxy 2 last year.
I mean, it's odd because he's at the games. If you follow him on Instagram,
he's in them streets.
He's at the games. He's tagging himself at these games. Like
he's taking a sauna with Uli.
With Ulian is who's he's hanging out with.
Mm-hmm. Alex
Alex Mendez, who's at the G2 game on the midweek game.
Can I tell you something else I heard? I heard Uli and Kobe Hernandez Foster were playing soccer locally in Los Angeles this week. Like Mendez, Uli. How old are they?
I mean,
would they take
19?
Would they take a domestic spot? Could you? And I don't know. I'm just spitballing this out loud while we're talking about it. I have no idea. They're all domestics, right?
Yeah.
So they wouldn't take a domestic. They wouldn't take an international spot.
No.
Are they all under 22?
Get them all, baby.
Wouldn't it work?
It absolutely.
Am I missing? Well, I might be missing something. Maybe they're all over 22, or most of them are over 22.
I highly doubt that. I think
Kobe Hernandez Foster 18.
Well, he just left us last year, and it was like the 18. I think
Juliana's 20.
he makes the cut.
Ooh, Alex Mendez 20. All fucking domestics. All wouldn't be 23 by the end of the first year of their contract. Huh. All young enough to take up non-senior roster spots.
Are you saying that they're?
I'm literally.
I'm just trying to understand what you're trying to say.
I swear to God, I didn't even think about this until we started talking, and I heard from a buddy of mine.
It's definitely been discussed on the Discords.
It would make sense, wouldn't it?
100%.
Couldn't you put those three guys on a U22, pay them the money that they want?
But my thing with Kobe would be like, I mean, do we need that guy right now on the first team? Like, I would say Mendez and Giannis, you get them in there for sure.
Well, I mean, it's a future consideration. It's not necessarily about, is he going to play immediately? Maybe not. He's still small, 5'8". But he was what? It was a left back. Like, just work him in. Left back and forward. He played left back for us, I'd imagine. You tell me I'm bringing through Kobe Hernandez Foster on the left side and I'm bringing through Mauricio Cuevas on the right side. I don't hate you.
Yeah, but again, what's the possibility when we have Mauricio Cuevas who's wasting away right now? He's not getting his minutes in.
We don't know what the situation is. But we don't know. My only problem is I have no idea what the situation. If he's hurt, that's okay. I'm okay with that.
But if he's not hurt, though.
But that's what I'm saying. If he's hurt, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
If it's a contract issue, I'm okay with that because you're discussing I don't like he's just gone. He's just gone.
Yeah.
And he ain't hiding. He's at the beach. He's in the
at
streets.
the games.
He's at the fucking
games.
So my only thing is I don't understand how we don't know and no one's interested in knowing. No one's interested in knowing why it's a coach's decision.
Yeah.
That is strange to me. But I would be if anyone sees it somewhere, I would be interested to know why in my eyes, just my opinion, the best player on G2 last year.
Because I know we pointed out like at the end of last year, maybe in the beginning of this year, that his contract expired. December 31st of last year.
That was the word, yeah. But Uli's contract expires June 30th. That's according to the transfer market. So again, take it for whatever it is. But if it's a contract thing, then for a kid who has all the upside in the world, you would think he'd be talking with other teams, or there'd be rumors about him, playing for some other team. He's a free agent, or he's free to talk to whoever he wants. Like, why hasn't there been nothing has been said about him? Yeah, it's weird, man. It's just strange. And if it's, I don't know what it is, but I hope it gets worked out, and I hope we get answers as soon as possible.
Yeah,
it would be great.
Don't break into his house.
Don't do that. Yeah. That's a big. We got some conversation about that last week. Yeah, don't break into anybody's house to find out any information.
For our podcast listeners, I was winking at the cameras.
Everyone listening to this is a podcast listener.
No, there's the people on
YouTube.
The
live chat people. Yeah.
See, I love you people. See, Chris don't care about you. You see people. I love you.
What you mean, you people?
You're like my babies.
Whoa.
My 40.
Suckling at your teat.
Yeah. All 35 of them.
At the same time.
33.
They're leaving.
They heard the word suckling and they're like, I'm out.
That's enough for me.
That's enough for me. Yeah. So next game, we're back to the G2. We'll talk about them games. Next game for G2 is going to be this Saturday, the 29th, away to Orange County, and possibly could be your first time seeing the G2 live. There are tickets available. Our good friend Art pointed it out to us in our large Discord. There are tickets available. The game is at 7 p.m. So if you go to the San Jose game and leave directly from there to go to Orange County, you should be able to make it by the time kickoff happens. So go do that if you want. Have an all-day Galaxy thing, doubleheader, just in two different
Maybe I'll
counties.
try to go to that.
Just in two different counties. You go to play them in first team in LA County, and then you go watch the G2 in Orange County.
Yeah.
Let's go do that. Go do that if you want. Moving on, let's talk some Galaxy, Chris. What a weekend for the Galaxy, because we witnessed dun a Moida. We're gonna play a murder mystery.
Like, you just have a stroke? Did you say mitnessed?
Mitnessed. Man, we mitnessed. Man, we mom mitnessed, man.
Ben and I just looked at
I know.
each other.
I heard it myself. I would just keep going, because if I just keep going, it won't happen.
Professionalism,
Don't notice.
man.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Just keep
Look,
going.
man.
Ben and I just stared at each other and was like, the fuck you just say? Did you say mitness? Mitness? What is mitness?
Chris, you have been watching too many like Southern rap beef battles and shit, and like
You know what?
diss tracks.
Yeah, Ed's full on board with my trash music now.
Oh yeah.
Who's your favorite, Ed? Are you a Young and Ace man? Are you a Julio Fulio kind of guy?
You know
Are you
what?
a Spinabens?
I'm
Fast Money Goon?
whopping the chopper or whatever.
Whopper with the chopper?
Whopper with the
Yeah.
chopper, whatever they do.
Straight teeth. Ooh, I smoke.
Little baby.
Oh, it's terrible. Hey, coming for you now. You shouldn't have said that shit.
Oh yeah, they're definitely listen to a Galaxy centric podcast.
They have their eyes and ears everywhere, Ed.
all the way in Jacksonville.
You're gonna lock that fucking door tonight, though, aren't you?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be. They come get me, man. I'll smoke their pack.
Wow. That sounds sexual. That sounds like, come get me. I will smoke your pack.
I will smoke your pole. Come get me.
Oh, whoa.
I want to see them try.
48.
I want to see them try.
Yeah. I'll show them what's
I'll
up.
show them.
They won't even know what hit them.
You like tickling?
What? Why? Tickling? Where?
Just tickling.
Oh, the guys.
The scrotes.
Oh. Scrotes? You like tickling. I like the offer and the smile that he's got going on right now. As he's like, you like tickling?
Look, man, if I'm about to be murdered, I'm going to go down like, hey, man.
But you look like Super Mario with a Dodgers hat on it, with a smile. And you're like, you like tickling?
They'll just be like, I got to get out of here.
Hey, George.
Don't draw me a Super Mario.
Georgie, Super Mario with a Dodger hat on. Like tickling. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Juggling.
Juggling testes.
There, you know it's going to be big ones, right?
Yeah. And George likes to draw on veiny. Like he's a big
He's
on
a veiny
veins.
guy. Yeah.
He's big on veins.
He's in shape.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of testosterone in
Yeah,
that dick.
yeah.
He's
Yeah.
drawn from memory.
Like
Gotta appreciate that.
smooth too.
Ooh, I smoke.
Smooth
Georgie.
testicles.
Smooth.
Yeah.
Hairless. I see him with like a 3 hair. Well, you were a kid. You drew when you did you ever? I mean, as a kid, obviously you would be outside, you draw like dick and balls. Were you a hair guy? Were you a shaved guy? Veins? You little like a spurt up top? What was your go-to?
I'm honestly trying to remember.
Yeah.
No, I think it was like hairless, dude.
Really?
Yeah.
I always did like 3 hairs.
And then like
just enough to be
like
annoying.
like 3 of like
Yeah. Never more
3
than.
squares.
I don't know why it's not more than 3. But
Yeah.
It seems like enough. Even at my young age, where I had no idea, I was like, that seems.
Yeah. That's a full load, right?
She would be pleased with that, right? That would be an adequate job that a man would
They
do.
love the loads, right? And it's like, why is it like 3?
They're together.
Yeah.
It's
No,
like
they're
a
spread apart.
Well, it's like a multi-shot.
Yeah.
It's just like one that just goes. Well, I guess it's pretty accurate, really, if you think about it. The older you get, it's just like, like Spider-Man.
I guess so.
Thwop.
Thwip. So the Galaxy.
Thwip.
Speaking of,
Do you even know where we were in the show?
yeah, we're talking about Portland.
That's why the board's up there.
Yeah, we're talking about the murder that happened on the weekend, Chris.
Oh, man. The murder
Have you ever seen someone die before, Chris?
Y'all want to see a dead body?
Y'all want to see a dead body?
Y'all want to see a dead body?
You ever witnessed anything like that before?
You witnessed
Tucker?
that? Man, you know, y'all know witnessed that, man.
We all witnessed some shit.
Fuck you,
Ooh,
bro.
No, I've never seen a murder. I watch soccer, so I've seen tackles and I've seen fouls.
But straight up,
You know
he was straight up murdered.
Yeah. Which is, it's weird. It shows the weakness in, how do I phrase this without having anybody want to talk to me about it?
No, I mean, I'll talk to fucking
But
Stu Holden with his PTSD.
Not even
and
him.
Every time someone goes into like a hard tackle and it's like, and clearly we're saying it's a red card. I don't think anyone's arguing it's not a red card.
No one, literally no one
says it was not a red card.
No one is like he shouldn't have been sent off.
But Stu Holden's like, murder! Yeah. He murdered that man! Murder! And then dudes are like, yeah, he should be banned from the sport. He should be banned. He should be banned from life.
As long as Andy Polo is on the sidelines, Derek Williams shouldn't see the field. I had one guy who was like,
spittling on myself, man.
I wish I'd pulled this up. I had one guy who was like, is an Earthquakes fan, and he was like, yeah, it's terrible. Like his willful neglect caused him to put Andy Polo out for the year. Like he shouldn't see the field again. And I was like, oh my God, I'm so happy I live in a world that is not governed by your fucking idiotic beliefs. You stupid man. And guys, I'm doing my best, and I'm a work in progress.
That's the most positive thing I think you've said.
That's the most negative thing I've said in a while.
No, to an Earthquakes fan.
Oh yeah. I
just calling that person really stupid. I think it's the nicest thing you've ever said to someone.
Well, I saw another thing where it was like a guy, was kind of getting called racist for his reaction to Derek Williams, and it's like, hey, he's not everyone who says something bad about a black person is racist. Some people are just stupid. Like this guy is dumb. He is saying a dumb thing. Like he is saying the tackle is criminal. As a turn of phrase, like people view, but it's because everyone is acting so outlandish. It's the Stu Holden thing, man. People are just trying to one-up each other in how outraged they are by a tackle in a soccer game. Bad tackles happen. Is it a clean tackle? No. Was Derek Williams' tackle against that guy from LAFC that Stuart Holden creamed himself over for being a hard-nosed crunching tackle? Was that a clean tackle? Absolutely. What do you think Derek Williams was trying to do? He was trying to emulate the tackle he did against LAFC. He's trying to have a hard, crunching tackle in a game that you're all going to remember. They're not all going to work. They're not all going to go well. Sometimes he's going to catch people and it's not going to injure them for the season. He's going to get a yellow card for it. And Vanny's going to have to pull him from a game because he needs to make sure he doesn't get 5 yellows. Yeah. That's what happens when you have a player who has hard tackles. It's a part of the game. It's why they don't mind it with when they had Borchers. It's why they didn't mind it when they had Diego Chara. It's a part of the game.
Yeah, Diego Chara, who was suspended 3 times last year or the year before for accumulating yellow cards. But okay,
but it's different when it doesn't.
Throw stones, Merritt Paulson. Okay, throw stones.
It is an owner of a sports team arguing with people on Twitter. How much energy are you putting into this guy? Like the Stuart Holden, arms up and he's up in arms and he's going crazy. His job is to get you guys to click his shit. I fell for it. I did the same thing. I quote tweeted it and was just like, I just quoted the exact same thing he said. Like all I did was share his idiocy to more people. I fall for it too. I'm human. It's just to rile you up. Like if you're going to go at somebody, go at the individual idiots who are actually going to feel bad about the things you say. Because Stuart Holden's he's going to say something dumb and then mute notifications.
Yeah.
Put his phone down and move on with his life.
Go play with his children.
Yeah. Go the individual idiot who is saying dumb things. Like talk to that person. Talk to the person who thinks legitimately
he should be jailed.
He should be jailed. Talk to the person who was like he look at that tackle. It's a criminal act. How is it criminal? Are you saying somehow you're aware of the mentality of Derek Williams in the 43rd minute when he had decided he was going to take Andy Polo out for the year? Do you have that? Do you have a level of insight I am incapable of having in this situation? No? Then then I have to believe you're acting emotional. And it's okay to act emotional. Yeah. If one of my players was out for the year, I'd be pissed too.
Anyways, it was below the waist, so it's not attempted murder, so he's fine. It can't be a murder.
Can't be a murder. I just don't. I I get wanting to be mad because it's a player that's important to your season. I get it, man. No one is saying it was a good tackle or it was a clean tackle or you shouldn't be upset that your guy's out for the year.
Yeah.
To say a player shouldn't touch the field again until someone else, look, why would that be a rule? Why would that be a rule? You know, quickly we would lose big players from teams who just wouldn't be able to play games because of a rule that's like, well, yes, an incident happened in a match. We are going to wait to find out the results of that incident, which we may not find out for 24 hours to determine, like it's either a dangerous play or it's not. And it was a dangerous play and he was punished for it. There is a disciplinary committee that will look to see whether he'll be suspended additional games or not. And hopefully everyone on that disciplinary committee isn't a Timbers fan or isn't interested in the opinions of ex-player talking heads who are really, really concerned, overly concerned, some of them, about potentially dangerous tackles in the game. Like, I understand where Stuart Holden's coming from. In particular, I understand where Stuart Holden's coming from on a dangerous tackle. I get the prism it's going to pass through. Because we've said on here, I don't mind someone who's biased for something. I just want you to explain what your bias is. I just want to go into the conversation with you knowing where you're coming from. I get where Stuart Holden's coming from. A bad tackle took him out of the game years before he wanted to be out. I get where he's coming from, but you got to calm down and understand, like, hey man, this shit happens. It's not directed. It's not wanted, but it happens.
It's a contact sport. Like, shit's going to happen like that. Is it bad? It was 100% bad. It was 100% bad tackle. It's why he got the red card. No one is arguing that he shouldn't have got the red card. Argutainment.
That's Mark Parker's got on the live chat. It's argutainment, man.
And I'm not even arguing that he shouldn't get additional games. Like, he definitely should get additional games. It's a terrible, terrible tackle.
And he will.
Yeah.
He's definitely going to get it. It won't be 12. It won't be 15. It won't be until Andy Polo can step on the field again. It'll be like 2.
And technically he stepped on the field like after he got injured.
That was fucking stupid. Why do they do this shit,
so
man?
Dumb.
It's theatrics because you have, whatever. Whatever.
Because he definitely should have went to the hospital.
Immediately. Local medical facility. Should have went to his local medical facility.
Yeah.
But, they show the Timbers Army that he's Timber strong or whatever it is. I would have wanted my players to go to the hospital immediately.
Immediately, yeah.
If I was so concerned.
But yeah, let's talk about the game a little bit, man. At first, I would say that first 15, 20 minutes, I really enjoyed from the Galaxy. I thought they actually looked like they were going to be the team to maybe even come out with 3 points from that game. After that first 20 minutes, though, I think that the Timbers really got back into the game, really showed, even that they're down like 9 players or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
They really showed that they have a pretty strong team, and started coming back in the last like 20 minutes of that first half, and then the red card happened, and then downhill from there.
I think we struggled. With Diego Valeri as a false 9. We haven't seen it against another team this year, and with everyone still kind of learning, getting their chemistry together and gelling together, it looked like Williams and Steris was having problems with Valeri as a false 9 from the get-go.
They gave way too much space in the midfield.
Well, I think,
and for a guy like Diego Valeri, you do not want to give him time and space.
I think the midfield and the defense were just getting lost. But that space between the two, they were just getting lost. And when we're playing against teams that have actual center forwards playing up, they're right on Williams, they're right on Steris the whole game. When we're playing with that false 9, it's playing in between those two zones. So you have Williams and Steris not knowing who's pressing, who's dropping back. And we were, it's tough to talk about how the game went without going through the lineup, because the lineup sets a lot of the tone for what happened for everything after that.
Let's get into it, baby.
Because we played Jonathan and Sebastian Lletget at center midfield. And the sideline reporters had said during the match, Greg, when the red card eventually happens, we sub Sasha on. It's because Greg wanted to keep Sebastian Lletget playing next to Jonathan to kind of work on that tandem. And we saw
Sasha came on for Kansu, who got injured.
Yeah, sorry, when he got injured. But instead of moving,
another guy that
different. But instead of moving Lletget out, we just kind of shuffled Ephraim slightly more to the outside because we wanted to keep Lletget on the inside next to Jonathan. And we saw Lletget dropping deeper and playing more of a defensive role. I think probably preparing for Ravalosin to come in. And so Jonathan is getting more prepared to kind of staying further up, staying more in the attack. But you had that loss of, and it's a great move by Portland and Savarese to see that lineup and go, oh, well, we'll move our very troublesome Diego Valeri into a false nine between two center backs who are learning their partnership, two center midfielders who don't typically play together. And one of them is a forward / attacking midfielder / right winger / left winger in Sebastian Lletget, who's going to be playing defensive midfield, who is going to struggle somewhat with his positioning and dropping deep to cover Valeri or staying up to kind of keep his formation and his mold. Outcoached to a degree, for sure. I thought once they kind of got Valeri figured out and they got that false nine figured out, it was us. That back, as you say, that back 20 minutes was really all us leading up to the red card. Everything prior, post those opening 20 minutes, everything before that red card led me to believe we were very, very likely to walk out with 3 points. We should have won that game. Obviously everything fell apart when the guy who you're kind of shaping your defense around, your whole defense around, gets sent off. But it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean it's hard because it's just been so much positive momentum going into this game. A lot of good feelings, and it just kind of it just sinks. Like you just.
Oh, it shouldn't.
Well, I mean, it's natural though. You lose a big player. Like one of your guys who's probably been one of your best defenders in the season
recent
so far.
Years. Yeah, I would say.
And possibly losing him for let's say up to 3, maybe even 4 or 5 games. Who knows what they come
Could
back.
Be a while. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a little disheartening. I still again, it's with anything we say with the season, it's caution and cautiously optimistic, because it's a season that's still, again, it's a rebuilding season.
Mm-hmm.
We're how many new players have we seen come in this season? Like especially in the starting lineup, you have, half the starting lineup is going to be, these new players coming in and out, and then you have this start-stop where now we have the international break, so maybe that gives some of the guys who, maybe had a little nagging injury that can, take a little break. And we still have players who haven't been in lineup who, we've signed, like Sega and now Ryan Ravalosin, whatever. I'll get it right eventually.
I'm going to wait till Joe Tatino teaches me how to say it. When I don't care how people in France pronounce it. I don't care how anybody else pronounces it. When Joe Tatino says this is how his name is going to be pronounced, that's what I'm going with.
And then Cabral still getting into the groove of things. Grand Sierra, I mean, I guess you can still give him a little more time if you want, but
you don't have another choice.
Yeah,
you don't have another choice. Like it's you got to be in, and he's injured, so he's going to have a little bit of time to see maybe there's another option there. Maybe move Cabral over and we get a chance to get Ethan back on the field, see how that goes. Maybe we're willing to move Lletget over.
I think it was just a big letdown from especially from the previous games where you saw Efrain who took a huge step forward.
I thought this was going to be that.
I thought this was going to be a game for him. I'm like, all right, you get to start. I'm like, all right, man, let's build on that positive game you had before.
Well, save for Sebastian. This is the exact 11 you should want for Efrain Alvarez.
Yeah.
Save for Sebastian playing D mid. I mean, 2 actual wingers opposite of him. He was starting in the hole playing at the 10. He's under a poacher who is far more mobile than he's ever been. He has Jonathan as a creator behind him. He needed a truer defensive midfielder, and he has overlapping wingers. Like for a 10, that should have been the breakout game. But you have an injury, and you have a red card. It's that's why it's like I get it. I get being down on it. I get being down on any loss. But it's you look at the set of circumstances that surrounded the loss, and it's not. It shouldn't affect you as much.
Yeah, and it shouldn't be a surprise that you lose, that much when you're down a man for half the game.
Yeah, you're down to half a man. You're down a man for half the game, and your coach makes a tactical decision that wasn't in the best interest of winning the game, in my opinion. And I trust Greg. I think he knows more than I do, and I'm willing to ride this bus off the edge. But he should have moved Sebastian. If he was trying to win that game, you would move Sebastian. But you don't move him because there's another goal that you're searching for.
Yeah.
In that pairing that isn't tied into winning that game. That's why it doesn't matter to me. Like it's not that.
I guess that's what I have issue with. It's that I understand that you're trying to prepare these guys for when this other player comes in, but to me, you should be playing your best guys in their best positions at any given game. So you don't have Revolution yet. Who knows when you're going to have him? With our visa issues we've had with this team for a couple of years now, like it could be another month and a half, 2 months since we have the international break. He could not see the field for a month and a half, 2 months. I don't believe that you should be playing, a guy, or you should be playing a style where like, hey, because this guy's going to be coming in whenever, we have no idea. Like, play your guys to their best strengths, which I thought, with Greg, I thought that's what his thing would be. Like, hey, these are the guys I have, so I'm going to play them in the best positions to make them successful.
Oh, yeah. But I disagree with you. I think that's what he's doing. And I think it's preparation. Jonathan is getting, and correct me if I'm wrong, anybody, the room, the live chat, whoever, I can't think of a proper defensive midfielder who started next to Jonathan over multiple years. Like Kitchen got a chunk of time. He got a little bit of time. But he was a regular partner for like the back half of 1 year.
Yeah.
Or a solid chunk of 1 year.
I feel like there was always like a rotating cast.
Yeah, where it's not, we're preparing to potentially get the best out of what is now the most important player for us to wake up. We've woken up Chicharito. He is him again. He is what we were hoping for. At least that's the start we've gotten so far. Now it's like, what can we do to maximize Jonathan? Because if you can get Chicharito back to where he is, if Cabral can be all of these ifs, Cabral can be what you're asking him to be. If Grandsir can be what you're asking him to be, Chicharito has kind of woken up, and if he can be who you're asking him to be, it's all still going to hinge. A lot of it's going to hinge on Jonathan. So if you take a red card to your most important defender in the 44th minute, you get scored on in the 46th, 47th minute, right? Bang, right off the bat, get scored on. And I think we gave up the next goal relatively shortly after. If that's happening, game's gone. Game was gone early. Erica sat me down. She's like, how's the game going? And I was like, oh, we've lost it. This game's over. Ask her, she'll tell you. I was like, this game's over already. It doesn't matter. Now you watch how we're playing. You watch to make sure people are playing the way you want, and that the Cabral is. I like to watch newer guys in games that don't matter. That watch Cabral's movements. How does Cabral move off the ball? How does Chicharito react when Cabral moves? Does he move where he's supposed to go? Is Cabral moving where he's supposed to go when Chicharito's gone? How are these guys kind of figuring these things out? How is Nick ready to step in, given that he doesn't have all this extra cover?
Yeah, I think with Cabral, I mean, and I'm hoping it's just him, getting up to speed with things, but I feel like he takes a little bit too long when it comes to making decisions. Like I feel like he plays at like 75 speed when everyone's at 1 to 1.5. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like slower. So I don't know if that's a League 2 thing. Like if that I mean because
literally
I've never watched a League 2 game. I have no idea.
Most people haven't.
But he seems like it's a little slower. Like the game comes at him. It's like when he tracks back on defending. It's a little slower to get back.
He's a little lazy on that.
It's a little
lazy on that.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying lazy. I'm saying, hey, maybe he just needs to get. It's a different pace.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe MLS is a faster pace than League 2. Like I don't know, but it's he's played
97 minutes.
So it's something that again I gave Grandsir the benefit of the doubt,
mm-hmm.
and that's like stopping now because
he's played. Because I feel where you're coming from, and I saw a lot of what I'll call concern for Kevin Cabral on Twitter surrounding the game. He's played less minutes than Galaxy 2 played against Oakland in their last game. Come on, guys.
But that's what I'm saying. Like I'm giving benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
Like any of these players,
early.
And especially we'll say we'll beat it to death. These players are coming from different leagues. It takes a little bit to adjust.
Yeah.
And it could be it could be guys coming from MLS to wherever, or guys coming from out of the country coming here to play. Different leagues have different styles. There's different speeds to the game.
Absolutely.
I'm that's what I'm kind of hoping for. Maybe he can catch up to like, hey, I gotta get a little faster. I gotta think of the game a little quicker. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. Now with Grandsir, I've given him the benefit of the doubt, and I'm a little concerned with Grandsir. Like it's concerning me.
What are we at? 6 games?
Yeah.
Yeah. 6 games and an injury. Grandsir, I would say I can see people getting concerned because it's not getting better in a way.
Yeah.
There's not like a marked improvement.
What positives have we seen? I mean, have we seen him like get into the game more? Have we seen him like it's just I'm wondering like what is he bringing to the team that is an improvement or is improving?
Yeah, I don't have a positive answer for you there. I mean, the only thing I can give you in regards to Grandsir in this game is like, one, he went down hurt. So really how much you're going to do. Which
looked like he rolled his ankle.
Yeah. And so hopefully not too bad.
Yeah.
One, he went down. You know what? I'll be honest with you. I saw the injury, and I would never say that somebody is.
Doesn't Portland know they should about grass?
Criminal.
The turf is criminal.
Maliciously negligent at best.
That turf tried to murder Grandsir's ankle.
And
you should send that turf to jail.
We're going to protest about it.
That turf shouldn't be there.
But the only thing I don't.
As long as Grandsir's out, they should ban that turf.
Just cut that little piece up, or
just a little square.
Just that block until it learns.
Until it learns.
How dare you?
Be like, hey, turf.
How dare you use your position, Ed, as a cream-skinned man, to put
Excuse
down
me,
to put
at
down.
least mocha. Come on. Come on.
Ed, what are you talking about?
Come on. A little, at least a vanilla latte. Come on, bro. Like it's a little dark.
You sunburn at night.
I mean,
you are Michael Jackson's children white.
Oh.
White.
Ooh.
Caucus.
Ooh. I'm offended, sir.
I think you are. You're my buddy, man.
I like Tom Fredo goes. Grandsir is on track to score against RSL.
Oh,
is that where we're going at?
Damn. I don't like how quickly I got that. I mean, that hurt my feelings. Yeah. He's going to. I like to think there's somebody who's like, well, why? What happens against RSL? Look up Emma Boateng. No, because he's not that fast. I don't know. I saw his injury and I was like, and I shouldn't even say it. I'm not going to say it. I don't put
No, because I'm pretty sure I was having the same thoughts.
I just didn't think it didn't look like.
I thought
he was all that eager.
I think he kind of went out of the game. I still kind of thought
he didn't seem super eager to be there. I don't know. I like that I'm not alone.
You know what?
I just like that I'm not alone.
That's how we know we're friends.
Damn.
Because I had the same exact thought when he went down, and I'm like, oh, it sucks. Hopefully he didn't. And then he just like
he didn't seem eager. He did. It wasn't that like I'm gonna give it a.
I'm gonna walk it off a little bit. Like try to like. No, he's like, nah.
I know he's my boy.
I'm good.
I know he's my boy. I feel like Chicharito would have got up. I feel like Chicharito would have at least like.
Well, then when he got stepped on, he tried to walk it off and like.
He's a grown ass man, you know what I'm saying? But I like.
When he got stepped on and
he's getting killed.
Dude was like 240 pounds.
He's getting crushed.
And he got up. He tried to walk it off, and he's like, "You tried to. At least you tried to.
Yeah.
That's what I want to see. At least if you be like, I'm trying to walk it off. Try to rub some dirt in it."
I will say I'm not overly concerned about Grandsir yet, just because still got Koulibaly. Still got Ravalosan, who looks like he's going to play on his side.
And he just got a French-speaking person in the locker room.
Just got someone, and he started a game with a French-speaking person for the first time. Just like to the Cabral point, he played 30 minutes in his last game. He played 60 minutes in this game. In this game, one of the starters got injured. One of the other starters was Efrain Alvarez, who is, has some moments and doesn't, and has other games where he tends to disappear. And someone gets sent off.
I made the comment, and I thought it was funny that the rumor of him being sold to Chivas, and then he has he has his best game ever, and then that rumor gets squashed, and he's like, "I'm not gonna play anymore."
But also, Grandsir got injured, and Derek Williams.
I just thought it was a funny joke where he's like, the rumor got squashed, and I'm going to Chivas. He's like,
"Fuck this,
I'm good."
No, I mean, that was the game I really hoped he had taken advantage, but.
Look, circumstances, it wasn't going to happen.
He's young. Young kids are going to have games that aren't all on point.
He got taken out of the house.
It's the reason but it's the reason, and we get scored on immediately after, right?
So, hey.
Hashtag start Efrain 2.
He's our new center
I
defenseman.
just don't want people to yell at me.
Don't yell at Chris, guys.
Or dude, I don't give a fuck. I block people like crazy now. So I block probably 3-4 people a week. So yeah, definitely. You should yell at me.
I'm just not controversial enough where I even like post things where people.
I'm not controversial. My threshold for dealing with bullshit is so much lower than it used to be. Like I don't tolerate people trying to fuck my piece up.
And I definitely don't post as much as you do. So I think maybe that's like you just have a ratio of like higher posts that someone could be like, oh, and then you just like, hey, I'll block.
And people find a way to get offended about everything. So it doesn't matter. Like none of it matters.
Come at me, bros.
I keep thinking about this recently. You want to know, this probably should have been at the top of the show. You know what I've been thinking about recently? I am one of roughly 14 billion humans that have ever been born on this planet. Someday, sooner than I like, my heart will stop beating and I will die. It's really difficult, really, really difficult for me to care about stupid shit when I'm aware of that fact.
Yeah.
Like it's
kind of hard. It's kind of hard to care about Twitter.
It's getting, I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. Yeah. Like I have a wife that I love and I have children that I love. And one day my heart's going to stop beating. And like people want me to get mad, because Golden State lost a play-in game to the NBA or something. Yeah. I can't do it.
All right, let's get into Big Tony's email. And I swear, Tony, I'm going to read the whole thing this time.
I'm going to mute so I don't interrupt you.
I'm going to read the whole thing this time, I swear. Prognostication. Oh, what a weekend. The G's looked okay in the first half up until the tackle by Derek Williams, which left him seeing it red. For those who complained about the red card, please realize that such actions should be sending off in any league. If you want to complain about refereeing, complain about the PK in the second half. Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely dreadful decision. We didn't even talk about that. Terrible. Terrible, terrible call.
It's MLS, baby.
But, yeah, you let referees call them, you're gonna get those. Anyway, a poor result for the Galaxy, and none of the boys predicted it. Both Chris and Ed thought we might escape Portland with a point, and Ben was hoping for the win. 0 points for everyone, so the standings remain Chris in first with 10 points, Ed second with 7, and Ben last with 4. Listener predictions. I realized Ed skipped the section last week, but at least he tweeted it out. Unfortunately, the lesson I tried to teach was not seen by everyone, so it seems I have to explain how the own goals work again. And it's not for Ruben this time. Alex Castro, we're putting this on blast, must have felt bad for Ruben and didn't want him to be the only one singled out. So Alex predicted not only a Galaxy 1-0 win, he thought we'd see Estera's own goal. Seriously? This is Big Tony. Seriously? Come on, guys. It's not that difficult. An own goal is when your own team scores on themselves, meaning that minimum score we would see for Portland would have been 1, not 0. Well, you incorrectly predicted an own goal, so -1 penalty to your points. Sorry, that's the rules. Alex now joins Carlos.
There's a punishment?
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome.
If you predict an own goal and it doesn't happen, you get a -1 point.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
What happens if you get it right?
Then I think you get an extra point.
That shit ain't worth it.
It's like a bonus extra point.
I think it's more than 1 points. Extra bonus point.
I don't, but I know you get an extra point.
You get something on top. Okay.
Yeah. Alex now joins Carlos as the only listeners to have negative points.
Oh, hang on. There's 44 people in there. Go twiddly-dinks that thumbs up and hit subscribe. We're trying to get to a high number I don't remember.
Well, first is 500.
We're trying to get to 500. Where are we at? We were trying to get...
We're at 496.
496.
Weeks ago, we were trying to get to 500. Hey, 4 people, go hit subscribe. Stop being an asshole.
Where was I?
And if you already have an account, go create another account and then go hit subscribe.
But let's look at how everyone else did. Out of the 69 participants, 49 were faithful to the G's and predicted the win, while 18 predicted a draw and only 2 predicted a Portland win. Forces from above and what? Sexy Tony, as I'm assuming. SXE Tony? Sexy Tony?
Sexy Big Tony?
I'm assuming. Both expected the G's to lose. However, Sexy Tony predicted a scoreline of 2-2. Wait, what? Now, most people would say that's a tie. Oh, okay, here it continues. Okay. Now, most people would say that's a tie, but Tony somehow calculates that as a Portland win. Okay. Well, we'll give him 1 point this week for correctly predicting the outcome and hope he learns how scores work. Okay, enough shade for now. Don't even throw in the shade this week. That's cool, man. Forces from above, a.k.a. Dylan, thought the G's backline could hold the Timbers to 1 goal, which they might have if Williams timed his tackle better. So he's able to grab 2 points for the week, giving him a total of 9 on the season. Good enough to tie him for 7th along with 9 others. No changes at the top from last week. Jose still leads with 16. Ryan is a close second with 15, while Sneaks is in third with 13 points. Full standings, as always, available on Squadcast.com. Lots of games and points left, so be sure to get those predictions in every week. Anyone can win it still. And just a quick housekeeping note, I will email out prediction links every week, but we now have more than 100 listeners, and Google only allows me to send 100 every 24 hours. So I'll try to send out the link to the top 90 on Monday mornings and the remaining listeners on Tuesday mornings. Also, once we get into games at the end of June, the G's will have 2 games most weeks, sometimes 3. So you need to watch your emails or follow at BigTony_42 on Twitter for reminders to fill out your predictions. Looking forward, on Saturday, the Surfs... Oh, my God. On Saturday, the Smurfs come to town with 9 points sitting in 7th place in the West. They've had a rough time in their last 3 games, having lost to Seattle 1-0, Portland 2-0, and Kansas City 3-1. Suffice to say, they aren't great. However, the G's didn't look that like world beaters either on Saturday. Even when they are full strength, the G's didn't generate too many true scoring chances, only registering 3 shots on target. If the G's want to finish May with a win before the international break, they need to put some pressure on the keepers. With the G's playing a man down from last game, Cabral and Chicha didn't see much of the ball. With a full 11, will Vanny return back to the traditional 4-4-2, which seems to be more effective with his current team, or will he put Chicha up top alone? Gentlemen, let's talk San Jose. The Smurfs, they're coming to town, baby.
Somebody hit me up on Twitter asking me about the Cali Classico, right?
Yeah. Rivalry.
Yeah.
It should be called the California Derby.
It will be. Don't worry.
Okay.
Don't worry. It will be.
Okay.
Trademark. Copyright.
Or that might be their other. That maybe the other teams. They call it the California Derby.
Give it time. They'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Let me shout this dude shit out.
Who's shouting out?
So long. Well, the guy who asked me about San Jose, but it's like it's a difficult Twitter name. But I should try to do it anyway, right?
Just try. I want to see this.
Nah. Oh, I'm gonna spell it out. There's no way I'm gonna say it.
That's what fun is that, right, Ben? We're
Bang,
known
bang,
for like
cowboy.
mispronouncing things and
Bang Bang Cowboy.
Bang Bang Cowboy.
No, it's El Escudero, right?
Sounds good to me.
De LA. LA is the part I fucking fuck up on. El Escudero de LA. So at ELESCUDERODELA. I'll just retweet it, man. But yeah, he was asking me about, he writes about the Galaxy. He was asking me about the San Jose, the rivalry. He was writing about the rivalry. So he wrote a blog piece you guys should go read. Shout him out.
Chris, are we going to retweet that on yours or on our Twitter?
Yeah, we'll do both. How about that?
So go look for it.
Here's one. I'll do them. Apparently I can do them both right now.
There you go. He's doing it at the same time. So go look at that piece. What was it talking about? Were you
San Jose.
I know, but were you specifically bringing something up, or
just about the rivalry, like the overall? How do you position it versus, LAFC? Is it? Are you an originalist? Are you still San Jose is the biggest rivalry of the Galaxy, or are you a championship person? Is DC United the biggest rivalry of the Galaxy? Or are you
we have a lot of rivals.
Are you a Derby kind of person? Is LAFC the biggest rivalry of the Galaxy? Is it the biggest team of the last decade? Is Seattle the biggest rivalry of the Galaxy?
I know, because we got like shit with Portland. We got shit with
Is it the
Seattle.
money spenders? Is Atlanta the biggest rivalry? It's just, God, everybody wants to take a shot at the king. It just seems that way, Ed.
Hey.
What are you? Where are you at?
Heavy that wears the crown, sir. Heavy the head that wears the... Oh, goddamn.
Heavy is the head that wears the crown. Where are you at on San Jose, LAFC, DC United, San Jose,
honestly,
or Seattle rather?
As the time goes on and the less and less we play DC, that one for me is like, I don't care anymore.
They haven't won a title in 17 years.
Yeah.
Like
that one to me, I'm like, it's nice as original teams, like, we fought them so many, like, a couple times in MLS Cup, and we came out losing on a lot of those times, but that's 25 years ago, man. Like, I don't know. I honestly, with DC, I really don't care anymore that much.
Do they ever hit like I don't know how long it was for Liverpool. How long was it for Liverpool without a Premier League title? Do you know, Ben? I figured you would know.
Premier
off the
League,
top
they
of your
never
head.
won the Premier League.
Premier
No,
League
they just won the
ever.
Premier League.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
saying ever, but
But before that, ever. They hadn't won it since the
The
Premier
league
League
title.
switched
When was,
to
the
the
last,
first division.
when was the last time they won the league title? Like it was.
I mean, it had been before '92, so I have no idea.
I wonder who won in '91. I just wonder if like, does DC get there where you were, big dick swinging for? I mean, you were running Major League Soccer for a while. Yeah, Freddie Adu. You had the big, big commercial talent.
The first half a decade in '96 to 2000, 2001, DC was the team. Like we were, a big team, but we never won the cup. Like, you can't call yourself a big team if you haven't won a cup. That's just.
But they haven't done it in a very, very long time.
And DC is not a big team. They're not even a big team in the East Coast.
Yeah, I think it was 30 years. I think it was 30 years for Liverpool. Like, it's not crazy to think DC goes 13 more years.
San Jose, for me, it's hard. It's like 1A and 1B. It's
Heavy as the crust with 5 stars.
I know, I saw that.
Ooh. Slap it on a bumper sticker. Trademark. Nobody steal that.
You can't.
Nobody steal that. That's ours.
Yeah, it's ours now because it's
If
in
it's
our
in
chat. It's ours.
We're putting the NFT on the live chat.
Yeah. Yeah, it's for like San Jose and LAFC. It's like 1A and 1B. Like one's not a bigger rivalry to me than the other. Like San Jose, there's a lot of hatred, and that goes back decades.
Sure.
And it continues to go on.
Well, it also transcends sport. Like it's not just soccer.
And it's the Northern California, Southern California, hatred.
There's no good sporting institutions north of Magic Mountain. It's just certified fact.
Just look at if you watched the G2 game on the weekend against Oakland, team has never played against each other ever, and you felt that hate, and it was something that again it transcends.
Well, it's a 32-year-old man choking a fucking 18-year-old kid, which is a whole separate issue that should be. I was surprised like no one was talking about it on Twitter, like the goal scorer for Oakland Roots, the guy who scored the game-winning goal. Like he's clearly choking Alex Picasso.
And that's a big
He's
dude too.
fucking
He's a
huge.
huge dude too. But so, yeah, again, it's I think recency bias has a lot of people who probably would put LAFC over San Jose.
Well, I think it's more than just recency bias. I think it's also the games that were played.
I think they have eyes and they're paying attention.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, those Latan games, the comebacks.
If you put a gun to my head and I say right now, definitely LAFC is the biggest rival.
Of course.
Yeah.
I get the
But us being people who've watched the league for, going on 20 years.
yeah. And hold on, this is a great moment. I'm saying I personally think the overall sentiment of Galaxy fans as a whole that I interact with view LAFC as the bigger rival. Not saying anyone else views LAFC as a bigger rival or San Jose as a bigger rival. I'm just saying my opinion of how I perceive other people talking about the rivalries. It seems like LAFC for everyone around the stadium. It seems like that's the general mood.
Yeah, I would agree.
That seemed good, right?
Yeah.
That seems safe. Okay.
Yeah, and I think Gospel Foot, great name, points out, proximity. Like you run into LAFC people.
Yeah.
It could be
Too
daily,
much. Too
or
much.
you see at least weekly. You're seeing an LAFC something.
There are people on Twitter who work downtown, and they're like, I see these fucking people all goddamn day.
So I think that's a great point too.
No, yeah, absolutely. It's. I think if we're being real, it's LAFC, but there is an aspect of you, always that won't want to lose to San Jose
Ever.
and it is part of it's being from California. Like I don't want to lose to fucking people from NorCal and for anything.
Ever. NorCal sucks.
It's just it is what it is. And a goddamn goonie. And now, see, this is the thing. This is how I work myself into getting mad.
Well, no, and I think too now is that you see San Jose Twitter and their social media like tagging on to like LAFC shit,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like the whole thing recently where they're like, oh yeah, we said LA, not Carson.
Did you see Serrano burn that dude?
Yeah.
You saw. I got to give props to him. I got to give props where it's due. San Jose was like, we said some tag. They were like, we said Los Angeles, not Carson, and. I say Serrano. I don't know that it's Serrano, but whoever is running the Galaxy Twitter account, I assume it's Adam, but whoever's running the Galaxy Twitter account, was like, I should look it up, but it's basically like, well, don't fucking bring this energy when you keep playing us. In
No,
Palo
like,
Alto.
oh yeah, you say the next time we like play in Stanford or whatever, or don't play us in Stanford next time or whatever it was.
Y'all want to see a dead body?
You want to see dead body?
Oh
dude.
my goodness, and especially since the home game, the away game we have in San Jose just got moved back to what
PP
was
Park.
Avaya Stadium. Now it's PP Park
Yeah.
from Stanford. Oh,
You know they did that shit on purpose.
why
Too.
he didn't start playing like "Who I Smoke" right behind it? Like that's when you drop that link.
Who I smoke, the earthquakes.
Who I Smoke, United. I'm gonna write that song tonight.
So what do you think? All right, we got. Let's talk the game.
For the Ghost Ultras. I'll give it to the Ghost.
Let's talk the game. You know, it's gonna be obviously gonna be more difficult without Williams in the lineup, Derek Williams in the lineup. You're more than likely going to see, Stairs and Depew as your starting center backs.
Mm-hmm. Good week to pick him up for fantasy, by the way, Nick Depew.
You have Leget's gone, so you're going to have someone come in for him.
Harvey.
You have Harvey. You think Harvey?
Harvey should have been in that fucking red card game. Harvey is the substitution you should have made. You push Leget out wide. You put Harvey in the middle with Jonathan. You add an extra layer of defense. That was the positional move that would have gotten made if you were trying to balance the roster back out. So it's got to be Harvey.
I think Big Tony put it in the email. Do you think we still stick with like the 4-2-3-1? Do you think we change to the 4-4-2? We're missing elements with this game. With not only we have Leget gone, and now we have Derek Williams out.
Grant Sear, Williams, and Leget being out is hard. It means Efrain's likely to start.
So is Grant Sear out?
If he's injured, I don't. This was a wrong week for me to even give a shit.
I know we're in like the midst of finals week, so it's like these next two shows are going to be like rough.
Bro, if I'm here next week, you fucking count your blessings.
Yeah,
like this, it's a miracle I'm here now. It should be Vasquez should be in the starting 11. I imagine Efrain goes out wide right.
Ooh.
What else do you do?
Yeah, I mean, you really don't have too many options, which is.
You can start Ethan on the left and move Cabral out to the right. You have a couple choices, but then that limits what you can do later. Like then you're definitely right. This is a big problem I'm having. Like I didn't understand why we kept Chicharito in that whole Portland game. He does. It's math, man.
You basically kind of wasted him out there.
Math.
I mean,
he doesn't play 3,300 minute seasons. Yeah. Period. It's just math.
But that was before he like changed his mental health stuff. He like changed the diet.
But 10 years ago, he was not playing 3,300 minute seasons, and his diet, I imagine Manchester United was very interested in the food he was putting in his body. I'm sure they were very interested in the women in his life. Like I'm sure they were interested in the Mexican superstar they had purchased ahead of a World Cup. Like I'm sure they were interested in all that shit. It was a lot of minutes to play someone who clearly wasn't going to score a goal in a match where you had people slipping and sliding all over the field. Like I don't know when you start managing this guy. Maybe you just play him while he's feeling good.
I mean, look, you have one game and then you have 3 weeks off.
Yeah.
Like, but then again, like then you're gonna have to manage his minutes because you have a game almost like every 4 days, 3-4 days.
It's gonna get tight, man. So I don't know. I would probably.
It probably would have been nice if we got another striker.
Hey.
That would have been.
Hey.
That would have been. Nice.
Hey, man, I can't anymore. I don't have the energy. I don't. But
just saying, it would have been nice.
Don't need to play 4-4-2 either. But if you start Ethan, then you're going to want to have Augie on the bench for this game, just so you can have somebody to bring in for Chicharito. If we got 3 weeks off after, like you say we do, I haven't looked at the schedule in a very long time.
We got this is the last game before the international break. So
then you can play Chicharito for the full 90 and let him break and rehab up. But I don't know, man. We're missing a lot of big guys. It's going to be. I think we have to start Victor. I think if he's healthy and ready to come back.
Well, and I think that's why you didn't even see him on the bench. Like, what was the point of bringing him back on turf? Like, I think he comes back into this.
This should be the game where he comes back if he's good to go.
Yeah.
And we'll have the necessity for it. So it could be.
Cabral. So maybe you don't start Efrain. Maybe you start. Or I guess you would need him to start on the outside.
I would prefer to start Victor in the 10, Efrain on the right, Cabral on the left. And even though I'm typically a big advocate for Efrain never playing right wing, actually have a reason for it this time. Cabral out on the left and Chicharito up top. Have Cabral press up a little more as he's been doing, playing that kind of pairing up with Chicharito up top like Zubac was. And if you look at Victor Vasquez's heat maps in the games he did play, naturally drifts out to the left anyway.
Side, yeah.
Which means Efrain Alvarez, who's playing on the right wing, can
drift over
naturally
to the center.
drift into the center. It works for everyone. Yeah. It requires a lot more of Julian Araujo. He's going to have to keep the shape of everyone. So as Efrain and everybody shifts over, that's when Julian presses up and occupies that space and is ready to drop back down.
But I think if there's anyone on our team who could do that, it's him.
It should work. It's why I don't doomsay after some of these games, because sometimes it still falls in a way where it not only can make sense, but it can actually work out pretty well.
No, Chris, the world is falling.
I choose not to look at the world that way, man. I choose to not look.
It's burning around us. People are being murdered on soccer fields, Chris.
Yeah, allegedly. Wouldn't it be great if the disc player committee was like, yeah, we gave one game.
Yeah.
It's a bad tackle. What do you want? Everything else he did was pretty sweet. It could very well still work. And looking at how a lot of these guys tend to play, it probably could work very well.
Ooh.
It might be the game where Cabral gets one.
Our friend Don Fredo's pointing out, or says, this is his opinion, Jonah always phones it in before a Mexico game.
It does. I don't know.
I don't know if I don't know. Maybe he does,
There's
maybe not go.
Maybe there's energy conservation.
Yeah.
He's load managing. We'll see. It's definitely a game that he'll be very important with Vasquez coming back from injury and Leggett being out, shuffling that center midfield partner again. Harvey fits the closest bill to how we were playing Leggett.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. We'll see. Maybe again, that's why it was so important to keep Leggett in and keep Harvey rested, because Leggett's leaving, and now Harvey can have fully be rested up, fully be fit, and good to step into that spot, because unless something goes pretty drastically wrong, I would imagine he's playing that whole game.
So let's go through the lineup then, our prediction before we get the score predictions. You got Bond in the back.
Mm-hmm.
You have Villafani on your left.
Mm-hmm.
Depew, Steres,
Julian
Araujo. Your two center midfielders are going to be. You're calling Harvey.
I would do Jonathan Harvey. I would probably do Jonathan Harvey. Yeah.
Probably gonna have Harvey if you want that a little more bite.
With that and all that rotation, I'm not sure I want Saldana's inexperience.
Yeah.
Especially if Jonathan potentially has a phone-in game, I'd rather have the more experienced, more defensively minded player on the field. And I think it's what we may have missed out of the last game.
Oh, hold on. I think they might have lost audio.
No, just one person said that, but it's all right.
Okay. Anyways, yeah,
don't worry.
Never mind.
Yeah. Ben's on it.
Fuck with
Ben's got it. Don't worry about it. See, this guy's not falling. You gotta just keep rolling, man.
Yeah, and then it's hard because
you really need to start smoking weed.
No.
You really do.
No.
You're all right?
All right.
Okay.
You're all right.
Ben, what do you think?
I think he does.
Shut up, Ben. What do you know?
I'm just saying you need to start smoking weed. See? Exactly.
But see, that's me telling Ben to shut up is just like the world feeling right. Like the world is healing.
It's a chaotic world, man.
Yeah.
The world is healing. I saw Galaxy Express today. I was really happy. The bus?
The bus?
Yeah. I
still see the Chargers one though too, so that's
slightly more dubious.
It's weird. Does it cost money to take that shit off? Even though it's old advertisement?
Yeah, it's weird because they're giving out free advertisement. But maybe there's a cost to it and they're like, fuck it.
All right, Benjamin, you're first on the prediction, sir.
I think we win. And, shit. I was going to call a shutout, but...
I just noticed this dude's in his UPS socks
I noticed that
and slippers.
I noticed that when he first walked in.
I'm just learning this.
I really wish I had a pair of those socks. Can you give me a pair of those socks?
I can get you a pair of
I'll
those
rock the fuck out of them. Those socks are dope, man.
And my house shoes. Hey, man.
That's the age I'm trying to get to, man. House shoes, work socks, and a Galaxy jersey.
Hey, bro, you're already there. What are you talking about?
I don't have work socks.
Exactly. You are in your work socks.
Flip-flops.
Exactly. Those are your work socks.
Yeah.
I'm so tired.
I love that he's like, oh, I can't wait till I'm in slippers. And bro, you live in sandals
I can't
all
wait till
day.
I'm that age. I can't. I'm looking for that age of comfort. He doesn't give a shit. I still have to care a little bit.
How many jerseys did your wife wash?
Did she wash?
Yes. Because she tweeted this out earlier today.
No, what she was.
No.
talking about-
Answer the question.
I can't answer the question.
Yes, you can.
No, I can't. I didn't go through the laundry.
She specifically said how many numbers.
No, she didn't. She talked about how many she was drying, which is different than how many she washed. She said she was drying 10 of my jerseys, which is possible. It's just, for me, it's not that impressive of a number because I work out in jerseys. And when I work out, all of my workout jerseys go in our bathroom hamper, and she did our bedroom hamper. So there's probably another,
So how much
6,
more
7
comfort
jerseys.
is this dude looking for?
A lot,
When
man.
he lives every day of his life in a soccer jersey.
And you were talking about socks too, Tuck. I mean, when was the last time you actually wore socks?
I work out every day. I wore socks today. I go running. I wear socks when I go running. What's the problem? What are you mad at?
I'm not mad. I'm just
You need
saying.
to start smoking weed.
I'm just saying.
You got all this aggression.
I'm
in your
just saying.
heart.
My dude is talking about. Oh, I want to be a life of comfort.
Hell yeah.
Bro, you live a life of comfort. What are you talking about?
No, I really don't.
But I'm saying he's like, oh, I want to be in house slippers and a
I want
soccer
to be
jersey.
specifically in UPS comfortable socks. That's it. I'm looking for comfort.
I'm just saying, man. You literally live in the soccer jersey. Like that is comfort.
Yeah.
And you wear socks for like 3 hours a day.
Oh, less than that.
Less
for
than
sure.
that, yeah.
Way less than that. Yeah, 100%. Yeah,
I'm just saying.
yeah. I'm
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
No.
I don't also live
Yeah,
that
for-
comfort life of
for
like
sure.
wearing
What time
a soccer
you-
jersey and
What time?
and slides like every day. That's like
What time did you go to bed last night? Here, let's play this game. What time are you going to bed tonight?
well, we'll probably get out here at like our usual time of 12:30.
For sure. What time are you waking up?
7.
7. Wow,
Yeah.
that sounds good. I'm going to be up at 4:45 when my demonic toddler
Hey.
comes to wake me up.
No one told you to have a baby.
Oh, okay. No. What time is that? 1:42? Cut that shit. Mark it right now, Ben. Right, an hour and 42 minutes on there. I'm gonna save this, and I'm gonna save this for.
Ben's not gonna do
I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna do it. Don't worry. I'm not worried about him. I just need him to mark the time so I can go back and get it because I'm gonna save this.
I'm just saying.
For a
Look,
long time.
I'm not saying that you don't have things.
Oh no, don't worry about
But
it.
I'm saying the way you're talking about Ben and his socks and his
I
soccer
didn't talk
jersey.
shit about him. I said I
No, I didn't say you
wanted
talk
him.
shit about. I'm saying the way he's talked about him with his socks and his jersey. Like I can't wait to get that comfort. Like
Look
bro,
at him. He looks comfortable.
bro, you live that comfort.
I don't even understand what you're mad about.
I'm not mad. I'm not mad.
I don't know. You have some.
I'm not mad. I'm not angry.
You have some level of aggression in your heart.
A little bit.
I don't
It's a
understand
little bit.
You need to-
I'm jealous of the collection you have. That's what I am.
That's fair.
Yeah.
But say that. You can have something from my collection. You want something from my collection?
Bro,
What do you
give
want?
me it all. I'll
You-
tickle you.
I will put you in my will. You know what? I'll put you in my will for something good. So if I go before you, which ain't gonna happen. If I go before you, hold 143, mark that. If I go before you though, I'll make sure you get something good.
Thank you, sir.
I'll send you with something good.
Ben, what's your score prediction?
I'll go 3-1.
Those
Thank
socks
you.
are so comfortable. They look so comfortable.
They do.
I'm gonna say Chicha 2.
How wide do you think his ankles are under those socks?
I didn't work for 3 weeks, so they're not. It's not that way. I mean, I just.
Pretty white. Canadian white. Alaskan white. China white. It's cocaine. Is that cocaine? Heroin? What is that? China white?
It's heroin,
Okay.
synthetic heroin.
Oh shit. All right. Heisenberg over here.
I know.
I'll say Chicha 2, and I will say. I want to say Cabral, but I'm going to go Vasquez because I think.
I think Vasquez is a good call.
Yeah, I think that if Chicha's going to get 2, we're going to see something from Vasquez.
You have 3-1.
Yeah, I'm going to go 3-1.
Who's next?
I'm next. Let's see. Oh boy. I'm gonna stay on my draw train. I think they get a point. I'm gonna go 2-2.
Okay. It's not bad.
I'm gonna say. I'll say Chicha with the brace.
2-2, Chicha with the brace. Ooh,
Yeah,
that's-
I'll go with that.
I'll take that. That would be a good start to the season. I do think we're going to win. I don't think we're going to maintain. I think I'm pretty close to where Ben's at. I don't think we're going to maintain a clean sheet. I don't think it's going to be as drastic as where Ed is because I tend to find when he doesn't play regularly, Nick DePuy tends to step up and have relatively big games. When he's called upon for you know what I mean? When he's called upon for like that situation, when we called on him for the LAFC game, bam, he stays on Carlos Vela's ass. I'm gonna give him. I'm gonna take 2-1.
But okay.
What? What are you talking
In
about?
his last game.
Why didn't you just say his last game? I said when he's called upon, like when he had to play against LAFC, big game against Carlsville. It was in the
I thought you meant
bubbles.
like this last LSU we played.
Ed, you need to start smoking weed,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, man. See, it's that aggression.
Then I would have
No.
less. Never mind.
It is
Less
that
memory.
aggressive.
I just pulled a game from a fucking year and a half
But
ago.
you're like-
it's a little different. I understand. I get it.
It's a fucking machine, man. It's this like Google Cloud machine in your fucking head
yeah.
where like shit just gets stored,
No, you know what we had? I'm gonna
and it's like enter the file here.
do 2-1 Chicharito, and I'm gonna send him off happy. I'll take Chicharito and Jonathan.
That's a big call for Jonathan.
I know, but I'm gonna be positive. This is a quick side note. Like I was thinking about the conversation we had after we finished recording last week, when you were like, "Yeah, it's just like you get focused on some shit, and then you just need to know everything." And I was like, "He's right. If I point that at different things, I can learn like useful shit. I can start learning like things that are important. I could fix a car. Like I could learn how to fix a car if I just point that weird
Yeah.
power at automotive repair. So I started like I'm pointing it at different technological things now, and just like, but I don't have time yet, so I'm waiting until I get a little bit of time, and I'm gonna Excel spreadsheet out some like Neo in the Matrix. Try to see how that shit works out. It's be my next thing
Oh yeah. Chris is gonna go
after
to-
I hit 50 pounds. I gotta get 50 pounds down first.
Yeah, that'll come in no time. So we got kind of a positive vibe going into the weekend. Everyone's at least getting a point out of the game for the Galaxy.
That's because if either of you picked a loss against San Jose, this would be your last episode. It'd be like the Joe Budden podcast. I fire both you bitch asses.
We'd be fired from Tucker and Friends.
Yeah. That's a good name.
All right, let's get into that lightning round, baby.
It's back.
I'm out of water. Pew pew.
You want to rest, Mike?
Nick the pew. No, I'll backwash and shit.
Fuck, what am I? Am I 3?
I'm a baby bird it. No, I'm good. I'm just joking, dude. It's all good.
You need to smoke weed. See all that aggression. You see what
What
I
aggression
immediately-
is it?
a lot of
It's
aggression.
all
what I
fine.
immediately
You
did?
do.
I offered you water because
I know.
you were parched, my friend, and like
I needed
like
my-
Jesus.
I needed my
his
quench.
reaction.
No, there's
his
quench.
reaction.
Yeah,
Just anger.
I offered you
anger.
my water. I wasn't gross. I wasn't like, hey, I'm gonna jizz in your mouth. I was just like, no, man, here's water.
Might as well.
I was just like, here's water.
Might as well.
You were like, fucking backwash, asshole.
It's like you're snowballing your jizz into my mouth.
Why? Too far.
Too far?
Too far.
Okay, sorry. Pew, 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 pew.
Starting over. We need that.
I know, right? Or like a record scratch.
So we can go back in time.
Yeah.
We'll start with our boy Decline. He wants to know how much or what. Let's see, how much better or worse would this team be with Zlatan instead of Chicha?
Oh,
That is a very, very good question.
I mean, it's a better team. So better, I would say.
More people are getting more shots off, so I would imagine the opportunities Zlatan would get would be much better.
And just the way Zlatan just can create.
Oh my God,
on his
Victor
own.
Vasquez passing to Zlatan.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. Julian Araujo's crossing to Zlatan, like 2 years improved. Yeah. Villafaña is an outside back. Yeah. Oh,
Better. I would say better.
I'm thinking about it. Oh, I'm getting sad. I'm getting real sad.
Oh, Ben, look what you did.
Yeah, I'm getting
oh,
real-
no, you know what? Sorry, not Ben.
Decline.
Decline. Come on, man.
Yeah, no, but it's not like that. It's like, I'm not sad because it's over. I'm happy because it
You
happened.
murdered Chris's happiness.
Not at all.
Just go to jail.
But I don't have time to think about hypotheticals like this in ways that I usually get to waste time thinking about hypotheticals like this. So it was nice to kind of fall down that hole for a bit. It would be good. We would be a very we're a much, much better team than Zlatan got to play with.
But he was such a jerk, Chris.
Yeah, he was. He was a dick. It's okay to dislike him or to like him. Everyone's fine.
I mean, 4 out of 6 games we wins. I mean, I don't know if we are better. Like as of right now,
We would be better.
I mean, we'd be better.
Yeah.
But I'm saying like results. I'm saying we probably should have 4 out of 6 games probably won. I don't know if we win that Seattle or
If we had Zlatan, we would be undefeated. I'm not trying to be disrespectful to anybody. You all need to calm the fuck down. This is an infinitely better team than that man played with. And you are all clearly forgetting how good he was.
Yeah.
You are clearly forgetting how regularly otherworldly that man was. What are you guys fucking talking about? It's
I can't even believe that dude was on our team for that long. Oh.
Yeah,
we're talking Zlatan without Michael Ciani and Jorgen Skjelvik as his defensive pairing.
My God.
Go check out the Athletic piece on him. There is one really great thing in there where it talks about a wager he had with Chris Pontius. And I guess Pontius scored his 50th MLS goal while he was with the Galaxy. Zlatan said, by the time I'm done with the Galaxy, I'll have more than that.
He does.
Yeah, and so he ended up having to...
He gets 53.
Yeah. It ended up being a $1,000 wager, and Pontius
He
came
took
in.
Pontius' money?
He took his money.
Fucking
And so
dick.
Pontius thought he wasn't going to take the money or give it to charity or something. He ends up giving it to his son and says, we could buy a bunch of Fortnite tokens with this.
Awesome.
I fucking love
Come on,
Zlatan.
man.
I love that dude.
Yeah, and when Pontius called him out on it, he goes, Chris, I'll spend your money any fucking way I want to spend it.
Good. You should. Don't bet,
You
man.
you don't bet it.
Don't bet.
it.
It wasn't Chris Pontius' money. It was Zlatan's money. Zlatan gave $1,000 to his son to
Fucking Fortnite tokens.
Fucking dick.
Go
He
buy-
told him. Why did he have to tell him what he did with it?
Why not?
Because he wouldn't have known.
Because you swing your dick in
Because
his face
he would have felt
and be like,
he would've felt-
I spent your money on my son to get new skins.
he would have felt
Like, that's what
marginally better.
he used your money to get a new character in a video game.
Because that's how
that
little,
hard-earned money that you had.
that's how little your accomplishment meant to me.
That's how I'm going to spend that money on a new shotgun that has
That's
a chainsaw on it
Yeah.
in a virtual video game.
Yeah. Because I beat you in a bet.
Not even me. I'm going to give it to my son,
Yeah.
who's going to spend all your money.
Who won't even know
Who won't even know
He
you.
won't even know we made a bet. He does. He sure as
He
hell
just
doesn't.
knows Dad gave me $1,000 to spend on my game.
Dad defeated someone. His teammate, who had over the course of his
Do you
career.
think he even mentioned Chris Pontius? He's like, hey, son.
Oh, no one in
here's-
that house knows Chris. Zlatan doesn't know Chris Pontius exists. All he knows is he beat someone when he was on the Galaxy.
He's like, oh, you mean Kurt? Yeah, I know Kurt. Kurt Pontius?
Kurt Pontius
Yeah,
is the best.
of course.
That's good.
Outsider said
Bought some new fucking
1K
My
to
cheek hurts.
1K to SJ or bust.
Or bust
Hashtag.
this year?
You can't. That's not happening.
I think it's a little late. But I don't
Yeah.
know, man. Fucking ACB moves. If they,
I would love to see it, man.
I'm not doing it, but I'm down to
I
go.
would-
I am down as fuck to go next year.
I would literally be on the plane by the time the game kicks off.
I'll be honest with you. I'm not going, but next year I'm all in.
Emily Garcia says, with all the national teams starting to play next month, what players are we going to miss the most?
Legit.
Yeah.
Probably legit. Jonathan's going to be interesting, but Jonathan being out means we're going to rely on Sasha a lot. And I don't know how I feel about that. But yeah, it would have to be Sebastian. Definitely have to be Sebastian. And someone you would expect to go relatively deep in the Nations League.
JJ Lax 24 says,
We
Williams.
still not have 500 fucking YouTube subscribers. This is nonsense.
I do. People need to go create some fake accounts and start liking us. Look, 4 of you listening right now
Sounds
can
like a
go
bad
create fake accounts
Sounds
and
like a
like
bad
us.
job.
All right, JJ Lax says Williams
QAnon
is getting
Ben 6.
abused on Instagram. Let's get the listeners to message and support him.
What happened?
I guess
Say it again. Sorry.
Williams is getting all kinds of crap on Instagram.
Oh yeah.
For
The
tackle.
racisms.
So he's trying to rally people to support him.
Well, I think he's been in the game long enough to know that, like, and it's like, look, he doesn't come from a country that like doesn't have racism. you know?
And he knows how bad that tackle was.
Well, that's not.
That's
Well, no.
That
He
doesn't
knows. Well,
excuse
he knows that that's what he's going to get. Like Ed said, he knows that with a tackle that's that bad,
Yeah.
he's going to get that type of abuse.
Yeah, but that abuse isn't.
it's not
Acceptable.
warranted.
It's not acceptable, but he knows he's been around. Like Ed said, he's been around long enough that he knows that's what he's going to get.
But
I mean,
my point more being that
your point more
I don't think
being-
he needs to be rallied to like, hey, you're all right, don't worry about it, let it slide off your back. Like,
Everything doesn't need a statement. Like everything doesn't require, a press release.
yeah.
Like I get people's desire to come out as an organization and say like, we are opposed to, but like how many fucking things can you be opposed to? But my assumption is you're against racism. Like my assumption is everyone who is listening to this. No, but my assumption, if you speak to me, or if you let me phrase it to you this way then, because Ed's making a face of like, maybe not. Let me phrase it this way. If you and I have had more than one conversation, my assumption of you is two things at a minimum. You're not racist and you don't hit women. That's my assumption of you. If either of those are not true, you need to let me know, because you and I are all done. I have zero room for you and have zero respect for you. I will never have respect for you. I can't have, even if you just hit her one time or you just pushed her one. No, I'm done with you. I'm done with you for life. It's a life sentence. Yes, I believe people can grow. Yes, I believe people can change and can adapt. And I don't think, you shouldn't be cast out of society for it. I'm just done with you. That's not for me. My assumption is that you're not racist. So I don't need to hear from every person I know that they stand with Derek Williams and they stand against. My assumption is you stand against racism. My assumption is you stand with Derek Williams. If reaching out to him and him hearing that you guys are with him is beneficial to him, then you should do that. But like, everything doesn't need a fucking press briefing. Like, some of you are just people. Like, some of us are just people. Like, none of us are, no one gives, that's really what it comes down to. Nobody gives a shit. Nobody gives a shit. If we're like the Riot Squadcast stands against racism and nobody cares. Zero people care. You have to assume, right, that we all stand against racism. And you have to assume that we all stand with Derek Williams, right? Maybe not Ben. Ben's a little more iffy. I don't know where he was on the 6th. I have no idea where he was on the 6th. But it's just everything doesn't need a fucking press briefing.
Did you see those dudes who were like, who had photo shoots for the rap albums?
No. Who is it?
And got indicted for being at the Capitol.
That's awesome. No, I didn't know that.
That's fucking funny, dude. But yeah, I mean, if you want to go on his page and be like, hey man, we're behind you, cool.
Go for it.
I don't think you need to rally people.
It doesn't seem like it's something that needs but also it shouldn't. If that's something you thought to do, like, go do it.
Yeah.
And if it's something you didn't think to do, there's a reason. Or maybe you didn't know he was getting racial abuse and you're just learning about it now and that inspires you to go reach out to him. Great. Maybe you're hearing about it now and you don't think that's something that you need to go do. That's okay too. That's perfectly fine.
And obviously those people who are making those comments are
fucking assholes. And, I hope their car stops on train tracks or something.
I hope they're murdered.
That's not even true. I hope they figure their shit out. I hope they understand that, like, Andy Polo understands that it's just a game. Like, he gets that injuries happen in soccer, and it's unfortunate.
I even feel like it's not even people who are like Portland fans. It's just people who are like want to be an asshole online, and
people look for reasons to be dicks.
Anonymity and be like, oh, I'm
behind a monitor, so I can say whatever I want to someone who could obviously take me.
Yeah.
So, Bombay Castro, since Brian Rowe retired, what would you say his overall time with the Galaxy was?
Forgettable. I mean,
he won a cup as a backup keeper.
Yeah. You're gonna hear like, oh yeah, I remember Brian Rowe. That's gonna be his like legacy. He's gonna be, oh yeah, like a Brian Perk. Oh, I remember Brian Perk.
Ed, what number?
You got to remember Brian Rowe more than Brian Perk. Come on. That's criminal.
What number did Rowe wear, Ed?
Fucking, I don't know. 12.
I would guess 12. Yeah,
I figure you knew.
No. Brian Rowe? What are you talking about?
So why are you coming at me then?
You need to smoke more weed, Ed.
You do. You
would understand.
You guys are dicks.
You would understand.
You guys are dicks. You guys are dicks.
You would understand why it's funny.
You guys are dicks. Yeah.
LA Galaxy Brain says, do you think any MLS media hyping LAFC have actually watched LAFC this year?
I think they are contractually obligated to watch all of their games. No, they watch everyone. Let's be realistic. They watch everyone. They like LAFC because they are a shiny new toy, and they have somehow already gotten over Atlanta. Like Atlanta having a bad year and that whole Frank de Boer mess, they've moved on from Atlanta pretty quickly.
The de Boer debacle.
Well done. But yeah, I think they watch LAFC. They're just enamored with what they would very much like LAFC to be, and that is a championship organization. And that's hard. That's a very, very hard thing to do in MLS. You can be good all year and stutter once and be out. Yeah, so I don't know. I think they watch all the LAFC games. I think they're banking on the fact that most people don't.
I don't care about fucking power rankings. Like, stop caring.
Oh, they're great. Did you read the new one?
Yeah.
The new one's awesome.
See, I like the ones that are now just like
It's the whole point of reading them.
It's not even about like power rankings. It's about like
I just want to see the petty. Just want to see the petty. But it's the thing again.
It's more of like stop. It's like stop caring. There's no importance.
Yes. Stop actually caring. If they're funny, if you enjoy them, then they're great. Like I like the fact that the people who are writing the power, the ML, just specifically, this is the thing. They got me. I don't even read the ESPN ones anymore. All I care about is on Tuesday when the MLS ones come out.
And it's just the LA Galaxy.
I just read LA Galaxy and I just read LAFC because they're linked together.
Yeah.
Because Galaxy not Galaxy writers, MLS writers are tired of, I think, Galaxy fans giving them a hard time. So the reviews are just interlinked with each other. Yeah. It's amazing.
It's pretty great. But yeah, stop caring about the importance. They don't matter.
Hey Ben, can you play Pass the Dutchie on the left hand side?
I don't have the music machine out there.
Oh, it's all good. Somebody mentioned
flag, man.
Listen, really?
I know. Dude, he needs to start smoking weed.
Yeah, you think musical
angry,
youth
dude.
is coming down on us?
Bro.
This generation.
If there's anyone who's like probably in need of like
rules the nation.
Pass the Dutchie on the left hand side.
Oh. See, you're practically ready.
Take the Wheel 64 says, what type of win against the Smurfs gets you all soggy?
1-0? 2-0? 4-0? I like beating them. I just like making those people.
3-2, and we score 3 goals in the last 10 minutes of the game.
Unfortunately, that's usually like what happens against the
side.
the opposite side.
Yeah. 1-0 with the Wando own goal.
Wow.
Ooh.
1-0. Chicharito scores. In the 93rd minute, a cross comes in where Wando can equalize it, and he sends it just wide right. Just about a foot to the side. And everyone in unison looks at him and goes, yeah, Landon would have made that. And then final whistle.
I want 1-0 win where the ball doesn't quite cross over the line, but they still count it.
See, I'd like to see like 5 goals in the first 5 minutes.
I'll take it.
Nah. Not as fun.
Actually, I'd love to see like a 10 to 10.
Actually, that would be pretty fucking fun.
Yeah.
Like
that'd be
10,
pretty
like
fun,
10
especially if they
nothing.
travel. Yeah. They all have to sadly put their shirts back on and sit there sad until their mom comes to pick them up. It would be great.
Yeah, and like I said, I'd love to see like 5 goals the first 5 minutes into where it's just over and they're just sad.
Every time we score a goal, they play a highlight of one of our MLS Cup wins and put it on the scoreboard.
Yeah, I like that.
All right. Stephen Levy says, is Stu holding a little bitch?
No.
I'll answer that and say yes. Stu
Yeah.
holds a little bitch.
Really?
He's a little bitch.
No, he's not.
He's
Come on.
He's a little, he got tackled hard.
He's little and he's a bitch. So
and
he's literally a little bitch.
If it was just MLS, right? And be like, okay, he's a analyst for MLS, he does games. But it's every single tackle that ever happens in any field. And he's just like, that man murdered him. He should be out till the guy comes back from injury. Every time.
That's what. But
it's the same. You got to put him at the same level you put. What's his name?
Twelman with concussions. Yeah.
You got to put him in the same because it's the same thing. It's the same thing every time. Someone gets why didn't Taylor Twelman say anything about
Derek Williams
going down?
Laid out by Jonathan Bond moments before this tackle.
I'm not saying he was
who
concussed
had a concussion protocol on the field moments before this tackle.
But
maybe that gets. Oh, it would be great if that guy if they like wrapped that in. They were just like, it turns out he was a little woozy in the head, so we're not going to suspend him. We're gonna sit him for a week, run him through concussion protocols, and then he's good to go. Rescinding the red. I don't think he's a little bitch, but
bitch. Stu little bitch Holden.
I understand.
Tucker's never gonna say he's a little bitch.
No, I understand.
He's on the positivity train.
No, I think he's a. I think he's a.
Tucker's way too like
I think Tucker should smoke some weed, man.
A lot of weed. Well, I just think he's like lawless. He's trying to get you to engage, but he's trying to get you to engage.
Lawless is a whole another planet, man.
Tucker's got too much mental health going on right now to say anybody's a little bitch.
Yeah.
No, I got some people. I got Ben. I got some darkness that I got work to do on myself. But it's a process.
Darkness.
It's a process. It's a process.
Nico Fascio says,
Little bitch.
"Why are Portland fans such lying scumbags?"
Did you see the picture? Why are Portland fans such lying scumbags? You see the picture some dude posted.
Oh yeah.
And the Galaxy fans are celebrating.
They celebrated, and it's literally everyone just sitting down.
95% of the people in the picture who don't know that this person is taking a photo of them are all sitting down, seemingly calmly in their seat. If anything, I was like, wow, that doesn't look like Galaxy fans. They're not up and engaged. Obviously they're losing.
Jesus Gallardo says Stu needs to smoke weed.
Stu does. Yeah. Basically, every person who commentates on
but I
Major
feel
League Soccer.
so. Back to the picture. I feel like the picture was like a halftime photo of because everyone's sitting down.
Yeah.
Because if you've ever gone to an away game, literally no one is sitting down.
No.
Everyone is standing up. And if you're maybe in the way back, if there's you can sit down. But
I sit down.
90, I would say 95% of the away traveling fans are up on their feet.
You stand up. Yeah.
So the picture that this person is like how the Galaxy fans are celebrating, Derek Williams hurting Andy Polo, and it's everyone sitting down except for 2 people.
The Barbarians. 4 people are standing up. There's one guy standing up by himself and 3 people standing up, clearly having a conversation with each other, with their backs to the game.
I think with other Portland fans.
Yeah, it's so stupid. But when you got nothing, you have to lie.
Yeah.
You have to. It has to be a malicious tackle. It has to be a malicious tackle because that explains you losing someone and you don't understand soccer. Murder. Yeah. It's human nature to try to explain incidents and make them bigger than they are.
Stay in Trucha.
It's a great name.
That's great.
It's a great name, sir. I assume, sir. Maybe, ma'am.
Will
Let's go with ma'am.
Will we be seeing Augie with the first team anytime this year?
Not if he keeps playing like he's G2 playing.
Yeah, nah.
My
man's playing like he's playing for G3 status.
If you're getting outplayed by Preston Judd, it seems unlikely.
Preston Judd's having himself a year though.
But I'll tell you, with Leggett, he's all right. With
hey man, more than I thought he would. He's definitely surprised me.
Is part of that because he's a draft pick, and typically draft picks don't even really get a chance to begin with.
It's just surprising me that there's a forward on G2 who was not Augustine Williams who's scoring goals.
Somebody's got to do it. Judd finds himself in the right place a lot. I'm a fan.
I will give him his due, man. He's got a brain that he puts himself into place.
You know what? You want to give. We're gonna get to Augie. Apologize. You know what?
And maybe I wouldn't put my money on it the way he's playing. I don't know. Maybe.
What, Augie?
80 minutes.
Oh, I thought you were talking about
the first team.
Judd. Maybe, yeah. Soon it'll probably be necessary, especially with Leggett out. We need a little extra cover for Javier, especially if Zubac's covering out left because Grant's here's down.
Oh, and again, you're gonna have those games every 4 days.
You're
gonna have to have them come in.
Put a period on that. I love Preston Judd cutting his own celebration gifts and posting them on Twitter. I appreciate that young man.
Look,
I sees you. I feel seen by Preston Judd.
You got to put some respect on a dude who's like, I'm gonna be my own hype man.
2 goals.
Because let's be honest, the G2 Twitter ain't doing that.
No, it's my bad because I even tweeted him. I was like, I'm gonna cut that GIF, and I didn't get time, so I didn't get around.
And he found the camera.
He found it.
He was going in one direction and was like, oh, there's the camera, and just slid. Come on.
He scored 2 goals.
Bravo.
Scored 2 goals. One of them, he looks for the camera, slides directly into it. The other one, he grabs the crest, kisses it in front of the camera while running past. Kid's got some good representation. Someone is in his ear being like, hey,
find the camera.
Here's how you get fan. Well, that's what they're doing. It's like a thing. But you're marketing yourself very well.
Yeah.
If he gets to hear this, or if someone listens to this who may be able to pass it to him, you're marketing yourself very well to a fan base who specifically loves interaction with their players. Keep it up. Big fan.
Go on, Chainsaw.
Wrong guy. Josh Drack.
Josh Drack?
Josh Drack.
Oh, because to me, he's just the Dracoffs. The Dracoffs are like...
I can't... I don't feel authorized to change this. This is a poi sushi
Wait,
thing.
I see. He's the judge.
Yeah.
The judge. Sorry.
Judge.
Excuse my apologies.
That's the thing. It makes sense. You just got to work to remember it.
I know.
We're working on it. We'll get there.
I got to get there. Sorry. I apologize. I got to put some respect on it, dude. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We'll end with Uncle Dishwasher. He says, would you rather sit with the 3252 for 90 minutes
No.
or record a 90-minute podcast with the extra time crew?
Oh, the extra time.
Extra
crew.
time, yeah.
Easy.
Because I can yell at their faces.
Yeah. Oh, I would. I'd probably take like a pretty heavy edible at the beginning of it, and hope in this scenario in my head.
Oh, I would just get
interviewing
like,
me.
I'd get like almost blackout drunk.
Ed,
You get fighty
Ed,
though, man.
Exactly.
You should just smoke weed.
No, because if I smoke, I get like too like.
Ed gets quiet.
I get quiet.
Ed gets real like Ed internalizes a lot.
Yeah.
When he's too
But
far.
nearly blackout drunk, you get punchy.
Yeah,
Ed.
Ed gets punchy.
And I would love to get punchy on a live feed with those assholes.
Why are they assholes?
I just don't like them.
Well,
Why don't you like them, man?
they're it's very sanitary. But
Yeah,
I imagine we could loosen them up. Like I
it's for a
feel like we
different
could get
audience.
them. We could bring them around.
Yeah, I mean,
Blackout drunk.
You and Andrew Wiebe.
Berate them.
What if you got blackout drunk, tried to fight Andrew Wiebe, and that dude fucking whooped your ass? Like, is that a
Probably could,
world
'cause
you
he's
want
like
to live in?
6'7".
Now you have to live in a world where you've been beaten up by Andrew Wiebe.
But he bullied me.
God, it's a 90-minute podcast. People are gonna hear you being like, "What do you want, Wiebe? You want to go outside and settle this? You want to settle this? You got Vela finishing the golden boot. Let's go out. That's too much."
What's up, Andrew Wiener?
Wow, that's the insult
Yeah. It's the closest thing to his last name that I can think of, especially when like drunk.
on the fly. Yeah. He didn't have a whole lot of time to
Nah.
prepare. What are you gonna do?
And look, blackout drunk, so you're not going to be like coming up with gold.
You do what you can.
Yeah. You work with what you can, dude. My resources. You know, 7-year-old insults.
hey man, we got a chance to get out of here before midnight.
Yeah.
I think we ought to.
If
take
you
it.
hit a button and press and play a theme song,
Nah.
hey,
Let's keep it going for another 5 minutes.
just to be a dick, play the theme again.
Do it again.
Pass the Dutchie.
Thank you, Ben. I love that you were able to sit on the podcast with us, sir.
Appreciate it, sir. Missed you.
I
It was a
love
good time, man.
I love you. I love you, sir. I'm glad you came on. I'm glad you stayed. That was a pleasant surprise.
I miss being here, man. I
We
do.
miss you, and people miss you. I don't know why. People miss you.
I miss you, Ben.
Yeah, but you guys are good guys. Our listeners, not so much.
If we can get to 500, that'd be cool.
Exactly. I mean, dude, it's not too much to ask. 4 people.
Subscribe.
4 people.
Come on. And you listening, you got YouTube.
I'm just gonna have to do
You
it
know
myself.
you got YouTube.
You know you got YouTube. Everybody got fun. Why are you starting to sit here and act like you? And look, we know how many people download this. We know you're still.
We see how many. We
see-
see the
You
numbers.
seen it. Why are you doing this?
Subscribe. YouTube.com/Riot Squadcast. Go do it. You see this QR code up here?
It's for that thing we don't do.
That's the thing we don't do. And we have
The
to
thing
give
we
away.
don't have time.
We have to give away a jersey. And we're gonna do it.
Oh, let's
I
do
swear.
this. Let's do this. We got to pick a day,
I swear.
and we'll figure it out. We got to pick a day after we're done, after the semester's all finished, when we got a little bit of time. Ben, you can agree to this, maybe. We'll come in. We'll do a Patreon. We'll do a long Patreon.
Crank out like 5 episodes.
But we can even let's even do like the length we do a regular show for this. We'll do for Patreon. 'Cause we've missed the last couple weeks and months even.
Yeah, we can talk about that. But we still have to give away the jersey because we did reach our 40 Patreon goal, so we will be giving that away soon. Soon we will be doing that. Ben, where can they find you on social, sir?
You can find me at DT Radio Ben or at Old Man Ben 3, but really only at DT Radio Ben.
Tucker, where can they find you on the socials, my good man?
You can find me at
My man.
on my man. You can find me on Twitter, or I mean, nah, I don't. You can find me on Instagram at ZeroCool138. I'm doing some. I don't do like working out weights motivation videos.
Chris
but
Goggins.
I like man. I like talking to people while I'm running.
You want some motivation? Go follow Chris on Instagram.
I like to think about fitness while
Play
I'm
the
out
song
there.
over again,
while I'm
bitch.
out
You're
in
gonna
the
play
streets.
it.
Yeah, play it again, Ben.
Play it again.
I think about what beautiful. Yeah, sometimes when I'm out running, I like to think about when I first started and the things that motivated me and got me going and kept me going. And I don't know if there's anyone who may benefit from hearing it. And maybe
You already know there are people benefiting. You get people sending you messages.
people
man.
are sending me. Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry. People, I had people sending me responses to workout videos, and right before we started, someone sent me a picture of them working out with a mask, very very safe, at Planet Fitness, getting their fitness on late night.
Who was it? Pizza night, Planet Fitness.
Every night's pizza night at Planet Fitness, baby. But I fucking love those, man. Alonzo, I don't know how to pronounce your last name, so I apologize.
Good first name. You gotta be on last name.
Alonzo V. Big Alonzo V sent me a picture of him working out at Planet Fitness, and it's great, man. If anyone would think of me while they were doing anything to improve their lives, it makes me feel fucking better than you could possibly understand. So keep it going, man. Everybody just fucking keep going, keep moving. It's all about momentum. It's all about getting started, and it's all about day 2. Every day is day 1 of 2. So you just keep your momentum going and keep going. You're beautiful.
And dick pics. Send them dick pics.
Don't do that. What? Why?
I don't know. You can find me on
He needs to smoke weed.
Why would,
on Instagram
why?
and
I
Twitter.
know. I just
What?
At
Why would you turn something
Zombie13.
beautiful into dick pics?
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Zombie13. Go like the show. Go listen. Go subscribe. Go share. We love you guys. Take care.
YouTube.com/Riot Squadcast. Subscribe.
If there's not 500 by the end of the week, I'm breaking into someone's house.
We don't. No.
No, I'm with you.
2 more.
If we
We're
don't
at
have
498.
if we don't have 500 by the end of our school semester, that'll be our last episode.
Oh,
The Riot Squadcast will be no more. I'll say that.
all right.
Is that fair?
Yes.
It's the challenge to the people.
So you better go subscribe.
Are you down?
I'm down.
Ben, you in?
I'm in.
We need 2 out of 3 vote. So we don't have 500 by the end of our school semester. We walk away. No more.
All right.
Done.
The end
Done.
of the Riot Squadcast.
You better
Knuckles?
go do it.
Boom.
You're killing us. You're murdering the show if you don't subscribe. Criminal. Love you. Bye.
Fuck you, Brian. Suck a dick, bitch.